Light made me look sickly as a mug. Turn that down. Why is this shit so damn dark? Made me look freaky. Let's see how bad that saturation is. I don't know why it's making me look like a fucking yellow fellow ass looking nigga. Alright, let's see. Let's check it. Yeah, make me look yellow as a bitch. Let's see. On here. Why do I look like fucking yellow? Do I have to actually edit the fucking... Yeah, they be making me look crazy. Okay, maybe that did something. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why it had me looking like that. Yeah, now I look like a human being. Jesus. They had me look like SpongeBob. I could say yellow fellow ass looking nigga. Let's see. Damn. Using my old stream service, so let's see if that's any better. I think it will be. Personally, I think that was the fucking problem, is I was using that new stream service. But we'll see. There we go. Morning, Gypsy. How you doing? How are you? No, let's see if it cuts out, because that's the test. Because y'all know I've been struggling with the cutout for some reason. YouTube just really don't like that. Jess is joining us. Shania. We was live a little bit ago, but it seemed like live stream didn't want to work. So let's see how long we last. Like I said, we could last 30 minutes. We could last an hour. I know it's not my net by now, y'all. It has to be that goddamn streaming service. And this is based off of the same streaming service, but this is an older version. This is what I used like way back in the day. Y'all remember when I was still using like just my laptop microphone and my laptop camera. That was that far back. But I mean, this shit always worked, so see what's up. That shit was really pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. Hello Kitty. Thank you, Shania. I get that often. Hey, Jen. Oh, Jen, I haven't seen you in a second. Are we having like a Pisces party type shit? Because I feel like everybody. We was just talking about before I got rudely interrupted. We was talking about Virgos and Pisces. So I mean, we was doing a little all signs type thing, but I was kind of doing pairs, not couples. I was just doing pairs because I find that sometimes I can center on who I'm specifically talking to within the zodiac by doing a couple of signs at a time. So I did Virgo and Pisces because I feel like that's an interesting mix, and I feel like a lot of Pisces have a lot of Virgo placements, and a lot of Virgos have a lot of Pisces placements, or just important ones. Even if you only have one, is probably the most important. Pisces, of course, being one of the most wildest signs intuitively. It's very easy for me to pick up on y'all because y'all always be picking up on me, so I try to keep it 100. Let me put my music back in. And yo, there's no snow on the ground right now too. Pisces Virgo is an interesting mix. Yeah, the opposites, right? But I've never seen such a strongly intuitive, emotional person with these types of folks, and a lot of them come to my channel. So, you know, it's some weird shit like that. It's rainy here. I'm slacking and don't want to work. I feel that. I feel that. I've been feeling that for the past couple of days. The gloom and doom. We did get some sun on Thanksgiving, but no, right now, shit. We're likely gonna snow today. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I'm a Virgo sun and Pisces moon. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all always from your way somehow to my channel, which I like that actually. It's different energy. My fingertips are a little cold. Gotta warm them up. Let's see what Virgos and Pisces kind of remind me of. They remind me of Venus flytraps. Virgo mixed with Pisces remind me of a Venus flytrap. Maybe a little bit pretty to look at, right? It's pretty to look at, but maybe for certain animals, not fun to touch. Prickly pears. Prickly pears. Coconuts. Sweet on the inside, kind of nasty on the outside. Nothing to do with appearance, of course. I'm just saying that's that surface level bullshit. North Node is Virgo only. North Node is quite important. So I mean, North Node is very important. If I had to fight, nigga, all my life. Tracked a lot of Gemini risings as well. I'm also in Western astrology and Gemini rising. And even without that, still a lot of Gemini. Do it, you know. Bailey to clean up the energy a little bit. Burn away all chaos, burn away all negativity, nasty motherfuckers, negative thoughts, negative actions. Hey Janelle, you said nice to see you again. Thankful for the other day. How you been? Thankful for another day, you said. How you been? YouTube having people pay to watch now. The old people for content they still. Well, you know what? You know what I just found out, right? So y'all saw, maybe you seen the shop thing on YouTube. When I was editing my shop, right, and that's why that shit looked awful sorts of fucked up. I took a bunch of stuff off of there just now while I still had the time when my shit was updated. They had it show at 10,000 subscribers, that's when you could put your shop up. So even if you had a business before that, you couldn't have put your shop up. But then they just updated the shit. I don't know when, because I was gone, remember? I was gone. And so now they have that fucking, like, they're trying to make people pay for extra shit. I'm just saying, I put that shit up there. I tried to. And they said, nope, 10,000. But now they putting it up. I don't know what they're doing. YouTube is confusing. YouTube doesn't like me right now. My algorithm is missed. I don't know what the fuck is going on with my shit anymore. I mean, I don't know if it's bad to say that because this is my channel, but I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know if y'all get notifications or whatever. Like, I think most of y'all did today, but other days it's like you don't see shit. What'd you do yesterday? Spent a lot of time with family. I smoked a little weed. That's unusual for me. I don't smoke or drink usually. I watched anime with family members. I watched shows. We chilled, we talked, we ate. I made the whole fucking dinner type shit. Everything that you can possibly think of was on my table. He said, I'm on account number 5. I can't watch my mouth. That's okay. To be fair, I've gotten, let's see, when you monetize videos, right? The bot, and of course us talking about YouTube on YouTube, they're probably gonna be like, oh yeah, let's take that shit down. But when you monetize a video on YouTube, right? When you're getting enough viewers, there's like a PTSD thing that happens on YouTube where if you say maybe you say something that's a little raunchy in one video, then they'll start tagging a bunch of fucking videos that it makes no sense to me, because I'll go back to that particular video, look through it, and then I'll have to have them review it, and then it takes them 48 hours to review it. So the times that you could have been making bank on that video, it doesn't happen because the viewers already rolled through. Like, that motherfuckers know they slide and slick. They know they're slide and slick. They know they're slide. Thank you for reading the description, Mary. I haven't gotten any notifications. That's what I mean. And make sure you have been turned on. It doesn't even let me take videos. Maybe I'm shadow banned. So, Gypsy, you probably not, right? But the way I get rid of that little shadow ban where it feels like I'm blocked and ain't nobody coming in is I just cleansed my whole channel. I completely removed everything off my channel as if it was the first video I posted. Because people will just like report your video to report your video, especially if you got them little stalkers and shit, or the it's not all religious focused, it's the ones that hate tarot readers. YouTube is such a fucking trip, man. That's why I kind of stayed away for a second. I stayed away for a second because I wanted to kind of view what my algorithm did when I was gone, which actually I did gain a couple of subscribers just from being gone type shit. They're watching my old shit, but commenting on the old shit like like you late in the game, boo boo. But that's how you're a little late in the game, boo. But to be fair, it's like I don't like having a lot of clutter on my channel anyways. I think when I start next year, like January, I'm gonna just delete it all over again. Because I want to be able to just have a pattern of I don't know, newer people coming in. I don't like that shit. I took like a 6-month break, so that was part of the reason I think. Yeah. And even then, it's like when YouTube stops pushing your shit, like just to start over, like I said, it changes the game up. And plus, they've changed so many of the tags now. If you do hashtag tarot, well, now we're just talking shop, right? But when you do hashtag tarot on YouTube, I do that a lot, often. Do you fully delete? I fully delete everything. Everything's gone. Fully delete them. They're completely cleansed out, all gone. And then I have my private reading session, which is separate. So that's in like a whole other separate, y'all can't see that. But unless you get a private reading from me, DM me, ask me personally if you want a private reading. I'm just saying. I only have a small list right now, but once that, like I said, I've been sitting on the website for a while only because I'm deciding on what I want to do. And I think I'm gonna post it. Of course, I couldn't post it on vacation because hurricanes happen, shit happens, right? But next month at some point, I want to say, because then by then I should have enough time. December is so slow for me, so December is slow for a lot of people. YouTube been pushing my shit when I do shorts though. So Gypsy, if you haven't started doing the shorts yet, you need to get on that shit. That shit gets like a couple thousand views. We haven't had any trip ups yet. That's such good. And with the shorts, you keep that shit simple and sweet, and people fucking click on it. Because people's attention spans completely shifted over once they started watching TikTok, so they don't want to watch the long shit. I see styrofoam. My head gone. Where did we go? I see. I see styrofoam. Yeah, because my Libra short that I made 4 weeks ago is at 1.3K. And then everything within my shorts was averaging around 500 views to 1.5K, which is not bad. But I ain't gonna beg nobody to subscribe, but like, they know how fucking YouTube work. They should. If they that crippled, old, and decrepit that they can't see the like button to subscribe, I don't give a fuck. Don't be on my channel, man. I said I can't smoke. Why not? Why not? Oh, well, I know why. Never mind. Scratch it. You will. You'll do a celebratory smoke. Shorts are good. I've been keeping my eye out for the cancer ones. I'll be posting soon. I think today, because it looks like it's gonna storm, and after it storms, I ain't got nothing else to do. So I gotta post on Twitter as well. But it's slacking there. Y'all should be watching this stream over here because I'm just trying to make sure that nothing's slipping up. Now I'm paranoid and shit. You too have me paranoid. But maybe I'll dibble into what we was doing before, which was just kind of pairing sides together. And if you got that mix up in your chart, pay attention. It's a little bit more specific. You said I have funny money, please. That's relatable as fuck. Funny money. Gotta pay them bills. I've seen readers low key threaten people like, if you unsubscribe, you getting blocked. That's so wild to me. How do they like? Because you can see like the baseline, whoever subscribed to recently, but you gotta really pick that shit out. You know what I mean? In order to like, you gotta really, really pick that shit out. Which I'm sure most things that subscribe are also the bots, because I get a lot of the bots too sometimes. But now YouTube has like a block against them. Because if I go back, like, let's see. I've been smoking Girl Scout cookies for 2 weeks now. I'm so tired of it already. I just, with vapes and all that, their appearance, I'm just not into it no more. I smoked yesterday, and even then, I was like, the tiredness catches up with me. I don't like that shit. I'd rather be manic as a motherfucker, man. Oh, I'm tired and worn out. Snoop Dogg. I heard it smoke. It's good. It'll lay you the fuck out. Yup. Yo, these are. So I'm using the new decks that Miss Yessie Jess got me. Is this one? The Rainbow Heart Tarot. By the way, Jess, this is one of my favorites. I love the cartoony depictions. I think they're cool as shit. I think they cool as fuck. And then, what's the box for this one? Oh, right here. And then the Tarot del Fuego one too. These ones are, I mean, the Spanish decks are beautiful. The Spanish decks are super pretty. I think I needed to change. I was just being stubborn about going around and just buying decks because I have so many now that I just do not use. Don't try Mike Tyson. You're not going to be a boxer. He said, I'm a smoker. What does that mean? Smoker. I smoke cigarettes. That's about it. It hasn't fucked with me yet. Until it fucks with me, then I'm gonna continue smoking. That's what I decided. I work out every day. It ain't fuck with me yet. You see that I smoke that herbature. Some people need it, you know. Not even in like I guess it would be in like a dependency way, but just for that normal. Just for that normal. I can smoke, but my guy said, hell no. your shuffle better. You're gonna be banging on the table. Motivated me and I get most of my ideas. Yeah. Sorry, this might be a little loud. What the fuck are these made out of? I feel like they made out of fucking metal. I wish I could smoke that. Yeah, it's asthma. Okay, I think I shuffled it up. You said, plus I'm Jamaican, it's in my DNA, I think. He said, because I seen a cracker the other day sneaking to the crack building. He looked like dead. It still said he blocked black. You mean he burnt up? He burnt like a crisp type shit? Nigga looking crispy. That's what I said the other day about a crackhead. I'm like, that bitch look crispy. When they start looking all leathery and their mouth starts foaming. And they breath smells like shit. My guy said, get her the weed, she a bitch. His liver and kidney shutting down. That's what happens when you do crack for long periods of time. A little bit, it sounds like a little bit more than crack though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, if you look like that, he's probably doing heroin. Oh, yeah, bad wishes in my TV. Often, no. Emmy, you didn't miss much. Lean too. Lean just make you sketchy as a bug. Like, you make you scratch your skin up, trying to do back flips, front flips, side to side. And then Coca-Cola. I'm not really big on soda. I like carbonation. But sometimes it's just a little too sweet for me. You see me do a little taste test. It looks like shit outside. It really does. That made me mad depressed. I be looking out the window like a fucking sad dog and shit. Sad puppy dog. I'm on a Newport every other day. Yeah, Newports I used to smoke. Like the White Claw. You keep bringing back the White Claw, but that was the only goddamn thing that we was cleaned out of alcohol. Cleaned out. It was White Claw or beer. That's all we had to live. And we ran through everything else, scotch, whiskey, whatever. Didn't really matter. Do a little taste test. Swig out the bottle. Is it the garbage? Yep. Right on time. Which lane? It's like liquid crack. Or that's what they say. I think it's a little bit more extreme than that. Cough syrup. It's like it fucks with. I've done it before. I'm not gonna lie. It fucks with your depth perception. Very, 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 like. How do I describe it? If you're one of those people who like acid, you would like me. Like I know people who trip on acid like every week. It reminds me a little bit of acid though, cause you can see some shit. The depth perception, slowing of time. At least that's my experience. Slowing of time, having conversations with people that maybe you didn't even have a conversation with, type shit. Gets your mind running races. Made my motor skills slow as fuck, so I sound like a fucking idiot. And they put everything in there. I mean, it doesn't stop at cough syrup and alcohol. It's a mix, a large mix. Yeah, put that shit in there, nigga. Sorry, the garbage truck came. Finally, y'all slacking on Thanksgiving. It's like a psychedelic. It's like I would even say like no. I would say acid is a minor psychedelic. My friend liked acid a little bit too much. He went to Mexico and tried it. Was talking to a plant and said he could feel its energy. That's what I mean. So I like shrooms. I'm a big fan of shrooms. I don't do them often. I used to do them like every couple of months or so. That's when you could like feel the universe and feel that everything is alive type shit. Um, Very spiritual conversations and all that type of shit. Like I've done it alone as well, which was a weird. That was even a weirder experience because I thought like dogs and cats were talking to me and shit. Dogs, cats, birds, butterfly, whatever. Lil Wayne and friends make it look good. I don't know. Lil Wayne and friends to me look like I don't know. Lil Wayne and his one dread. He's got he's got like a drippy dread type shit. That shit look like it's dripping off his head. You know when you turn an ice cream cone upside down on somebody's head or something? That's what it look like to me. To me, that's what lean do to you. Make you look washed out too. Very washed out. I like shrooms. I've never had a bad experience with shrooms. Acid, not so much. Not a big fan of the acid. Shrooms are a minor form of DMT, I'm pretty sure. But I've never had full dose of DMT. I've never had a full dose. Tales from the Crips. Never tried acid, but shrooms I did. I need to be in nature to enjoy it. Me too. It's been years though. I doubt I would try it at this age now. Maybe you'll get curious when you're a little bit older. A lot of people do. Even my grandfather, 81 years old, that nigga is curious. He said, I'm trying to do, he said, I'm trying to do the last dose type shit. I'm like, nigga, sit the fuck down. He said the last dose type shit. He said, if that's what takes me out, at least I'll be motherfucking happy. I still get flashbacks from me too all the time. All the time I get dreams about my trips as well. I remember every single one of them. Pretty deep. Pretty emotional. I think those are some of the only drugs that I ever cried on. I'm not like a crybaby drunk. I'm not a crybaby anything. But it made me cry a little bit. That emoji scary as hell. Jen love that. I love that emoji. Jen, I love that emoji. She said that emoji scary as hell. I love it. It looked retarded as hell. Hey, Survey. Shrooms at 81 would be cool experience for sure. I think so. Because your body, I feel like it's more open to it because it's breaking down. But to make me a plate of food, I got leftovers now. I'm still not ready to eat. Like I don't think I'll be ready to eat for another 24 hours. To be honest, I want my mom to microdose. Microdosing 1,000% is the way to go with somebody that you're comfortable with. Cause goddamn, if you're uncomfortable, you're uber paranoid, you're gonna have a bad experience. You just will. I've seen my friends all crumble around me type shit. All the life wisdom at 81 and then on shrooms, It's probably, I mean, I think it's probably a calming experience. That would be enlightening. I agree. The walls breathing. I've never really. I've had um, paintings talk. Uh, Paintings breathe. I remember in one situation I had like stuffed animals moving around and shit like that. They're just weird rearrangements of things. Deeper things as well, kind of as you like just sitting there, laying back, looking at the ceiling or the sky. I think I needed it at the time. That's one of the main reasons why I'm spiritual. I told y'all that um, the day after I did shrooms, I was with my Mexican girlfriend at the time, and we went into a shop in the store. For some reason, the tarot deck stood out to me a little bit. And that's the time I first picked up a tarot deck. It was a day after I did shrooms. I don't think I would have, if I wasn't already a little, foggy, then I don't think I would have ever picked up a tarot deck. I think I still would have been into it. Can I pay for a read on all aspects beneath one? I've worked a few minutes, so whenever you do, it's fine. Yeah. Go for it. Well, you're still here. And obviously, you can always come back to it, too. Shrooms with me think deep, weird shit, get philosophical with me, too. Herb does that for me. Me too. But makes me, for some reason, weed has always made me either super, super dopey, like, I mean, dopey, or emotional. So I like to smoke alone. I get a lot of the weird, like, paranormal shit when I smoke too. So I try to keep it like minimal. My only vice. I've been seeing some weird shit at night when I smoke and walk my dog. That's the type of shit I mean. When you start seeing shit, you're like, I'm talking about so. Why the sky is blue? Do you know we are a product of? Oh, you said incest. I don't think you meant incense. I was gonna say, damn. All right, you said you're on all aspects. Let's see. Relaxes my ADHD, me too. It gives me other problems other than ADHD, though. Cigarettes relax my ADHD. They are coffee. Product of incense. Get high, talk about aliens. Yup. I didn't feel I was in space. Mother angel. Maybe it's better than an autocorrector. You're gonna get the YouTube team up my ass. Sorry, these is bitch to shit. Trying to get it ready. Granddaddy Purple, we have it here too. We have Granddaddy Purple here too. Upstate Granddaddy Purple is popular. But let's see what they want to talk about first. What do they want to talk about first? Oh, wow. Shelby, you got a lot of anxiety right now. I mean, normal for average for an Aries maybe, but that's a lot of anxiety. Lemon is alright. My stomach keep growling. Okay. So, Shelby, the first thing that they want to talk about is your friendships. A couple of those maybe passerbys are crumbling. Friendships or people that you can relate to in general seems like it's a rough mess. Seems like you're doing a lot of shit by yourself because ain't nobody really gets it. Now, majority of the people that you have in your life, you that maybe is a little bit more selfish. It's like kind of the consequence to doing well in your life is the fact that you can't. Yeah. So like they talk about how you can't surround yourself with these people any longer because it's a constant distraction. They talking about how like I think you're early on a lot of the aspects of like moving forward with your life, at least early in your age. Okay, because you're planning for big things. You're planning for like you're looking for the larger than life type shit, and what they're looking for is the roller coaster ride, the temporary bliss, the living on the edge type shit. Like, and while I would say that like you definitely were that way. Maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago type shit. It's like now you're completely stripped sober of all of that. Unfortunately, I also see you being very, very, very convoluted or afraid that you're going to get tainted or tested by people. That's also a huge fear right now. Afraid that you're going to get tainted or tested. I can see why you would be scared, but I don't think there's anything here. Like, you think you have to make a sacrifice, but I don't think you do. I feel drained when I hang out with people now. Yeah, it seems like you need a new. It's like a character change type shit, where you need a new crew or a new something. It's not. I mean, it's not you if that's what you're wondering. Like, yes, you're changing, but the distance that people make or the life decisions, the life choices, the differences, it just has nothing to do with you. Okay, and that's kind of how you have to view it. Like, people are gonna be jealous. They're gonna be mad. They're gonna be mean. They're gonna feel like you have everything and they have nothing and all that because they don't have their lives together. They don't have shit. And that's just the way it is. I think you're burnt out as well, so you're probably kind of panicking right now because I think the loneliness is also getting to you a little bit. Being alone is also getting to you a little bit. You're starting to miss on people. Oh, I think they talk about how you're starting to miss on people a little bit, or how much fun you used to be able to have. I think this all kind of comes around like your intentions, right? Because if your intentions are completely 100% on, like I said, your future, studying, right? Studying, I guess, will be the main thing. 100, like you're putting your 100% into. You're not gonna have any wiggle room for anything else, right? And that's why I say you're doing a little bit too much. That's why you burn out. It's because that's why you can't stand to be around people any longer, and that's why the energy is a little bit shifted and different. I'm not saying they're not looking at you in some type of way that might be draining, or talking to you in some type of way that might be draining. But I'm saying like your intentions is to separate yourself because you feel like people are gonna slow you down. But I don't know if that's necessarily the truth. I think you believe that. I don't think it really ever affected you before. I know you're kind of a different person now, but even so, I just don't see that affecting you as much as you think it does. I think most of all, what runs through your head is like you just don't want to be around idiots, which that's okay too. That's okay too. But, nobody's being sneaky. Don't overthink it. Don't overshoot it. Nobody's being sneaky. They just have different lives. Let's see what we got. Yeah, y'all afraid. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. Let's see what else comes out. What do you want to talk about next? Data Bunny, another one card. Yeah, I'll talk about protecting yourself a little bit when it comes to the romantic place, like the romantic situation. That's something to do with mental catfishing, I guess. Be like, so maybe, the person obviously looks like what they look like, but it's like the mental and emotional thing that kind of gets me. I think that's a little bit awkward because I can see somebody here who's a little bit more of a addicted to pretending to be somebody that they're just not, or addicted to being like a character. Okay, a character in a video game versus uh, being just calm or natural. I think you always felt that about this person, that this person is secretly just a loser. Yeah, because someone's saying, don't leave me, trust me, trust me, trust me. But it's like, you can't trust this person. There's addictive qualities or addictive behaviors here. And I feel like the addiction stems from, like, this person not getting enough attention. And so because they're not getting enough attention, it's like everything that they do towards you is magnified. Yeah, times they say like times 100 type shit. It's magnified. They kind of act like a little pussy bitch. I don't know. You say I don't know which one this is. I mean, wherever it fits, I guess. Whatever you feel. Because as far as specifics, I don't think it necessarily. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it needs to be specific. I think both of them kind of do, and some of the similar things. Or I guess all of them. Yeah, within the next 24 hours, they're talking about this person kind of saying, someone says that they're emotional and they're just not, if that makes sense. They try to act like they're emotional, but it always comes off as fake. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, because someone is... That's not even like a player type thing. That's just a loser type thing. A loser or like anti personality or whatever. They act like they're really emotional, really out there, really ready to get it, but they're just not. They're just not. They do talk about Gemini with that. Like, you get bored because this person ain't real. You get bored. Yeah, because I think you talk too much about your own about your future with some of these folks, or what you want in the future, right? Because you give them every single what is it? It's like you're trying to change them without directly changing them. You're giving them ideas. Okay, you're giving them ideas. You're giving them ideas. Okay, like I said, you talk a lot about what you want for the future. That's not necessarily always a good thing. I would talk about what you want right now. Okay, like presently, like now. Okay, because if people are trying to make future plans with you and they don't even fucking know you or know the situation, or you don't even know them, or you feel uncomfortable by them, you shouldn't be trying to like even say these things to these folks, right? Because instantly their reaction to these things is like, I need to shift and change my personality in order for you to, accept me. But presently, right now, what you want, that is the primary. And if you don't want anything at all, or maybe you're choosing to be a little bit more on the tentative side where you just want to stay cordial, friendly, whatever, make that clear. Do not keep talking about your future with these folks, because none of these people are, I'm telling you, none of these motherfuckers is a part of your future. I'm letting you know that. I'm letting you know that now. I don't see any of these people lasting long term. I just don't. I just don't. Like, ain't nobody gonna do a 360 and become a whole entire different creature. It's just not, it's not there. Like, none of these people ain't coming back around or none of that. It's just, this is something to satisfy you for now. It's like the hold off point where it's just like, oh yeah, it is what it is. Don't keep talking about your future with these folks. Just say what you want now. And if it's not them, then it's not them. It is what it is. I feel like a lot of these folks have really toxic friends as well. So, very toxic friends, people who talk in their ear. They care way more than about what their friends say versus what you would say. Yeah, I feel like they talk too much. I want to have somebody, but not a dusty sad. Okay. Well, if you want to have somebody now, like I said, that's the plot and plan for now. Don't keep talking about the future shit. You gotta talk about now. You can't keep running too far with it, because you don't know the situation in the future. Nobody really truly does. You have to talk about the present. What do you want right this minute, right now, as I'm talking to you? And if that's something that you got to think about, then think about it. But you don't have to discuss this with the dusty sad, like you said, the dusty sad. The dusty sad. That's the problem. That's the main problem, though, is that you keep pulling out these false expectations by putting out that you are talking about the future, and they instantly go towards, oh yeah, so you're thinking about me long term, you're thinking about me for the future, you're thinking about this and that. So they try to switch up and change up their personality completely, and it's just not real. All of them, it's just not real. It's not, because they ain't going nowhere. It's like, what, you expect to like put them on your back type shit and carry them? That's just not how the shit works. Shit happens, I guess, and relationships happen, but that just, What else? Let's see what else is coming up. Let's see what's coming up. Okay, they're talking about changes in what? Changes in what? Changes, fluctuations in your confidence. It's fluctuations in your confidence. I think there's a part of you that gets a little desperate sometimes when you get a little bit more on the lonelier side, and I feel like that kind of enables certain people to walk a certain path in your life. It enables them to come towards you in more violent ways. Okay, it's like you want them to tear your clothes off, type shit. You want them to tear your clothes off, or you want them to be aggressive when maybe that isn't the best thing or the best approach when you are in such a sensitive way. Like, it's just not the best approach. I don't know what to tell you. Like, the aggression type shit. Because there's someone tearing your clothes off and all that type of shit. Like, maybe you just want to fuck. Like, if that's the case, then have that conversation with somebody that you trust and everything like that. But don't be asking for something you know you can't fucking handle right this minute. Or maybe even ever. It's like that aggression type shit has never worked out. In the grand scheme of things, that aggression is all just the front. Yeah, they talk about layers. How it's just like layers and layers of fakeness. Alright. Let's talk about finances and work. Finances and work. No breaks. Hey, Variant Red Beard. No breaks. Tell me about it. Is it bad to say that your only connection to your job right this minute is that it makes you feel a little bit more important? Is that bad to say? Because that's what I'm picking up on. Like, your interest isn't deep in this job. Not at all. It's more or less it's a thing where it's like it makes you feel more important, or makes you feel more, I guess it will be a stability thing. But even then, like, that's kind of roughing it, because it does put a lot of stress on you as well. It does put a lot of stress on you as well. Like, I'm gonna say that your job just makes you feel more important, or gives you the right amount of attention. It gets you away from home things, your home issues. But it doesn't make you feel grounded. I think that's what you're missing, like, big time. Big time. You're missing, like, the grounded piece. While it does get you away temporarily, it's like you never feel good. You never feel good. That's kind of wild too, because it's like you be making a lot of sacrifices in your personal time now for studying and for working on yourself, but you just never feel good with this shit. So um I'm gonna say I don't think that this is gonna be something that you're gonna continue on with for some reason. Is this December, uh, or maybe like more like or early January, something like that. I don't think this job situation is something that you're gonna be really putting your time into, or I don't even think maybe this job will be even a part of what you do. Okay, because I can see the tarot thing, right? I can see a tarot thing. I can see like getting back to social media, but the only way you can really do that is by sacrificing the current place and spot that you have now with work, because this takes away, like I said, primarily all your time. You just, I don't know. Like, you want to be well known for something. You want to stand out for something. But how are you going to stand out at the current place that you're at when all them motherfuckers is dirty, ugly, nasty in baseline? You trying to stand out in some type of way. That's not bad. That's not a negative thing. Like, you know you're decent at you're decent at tarot, and you're probably decent at a lot of things. But what makes you happy? Because it's not this. There's better things out there, obviously. There's easier paths to go. I just don't think you see it. Feel like you can see it right now, or feel like you can sacrifice it. But what the fuck are you sacrificing? Not much. Not much in that scenario. I'm not trying to scare you off from it, but not much. Like, even the financial piece, like, that shit is in reverse. So, what's up? What's up? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You want people to believe that you're different? Maybe in your household, you want your parents to believe that you're different or changing or something like that. Or you want to deal with things differently in the home place. You don't want to run away anymore. You want to confront it. But it's hard for you to confront when you're already fucking tired and exhausted, and you end up saying or slipping up and saying something that might be even a little bit more inflammatory. You got what I say? Like, how do I change that? How do I change the dynamics between me and my family? YouTube, we've been good for an hour. Okay, we back. YouTube, we've been good for an hour. I'm not gonna beg you for nothing, YouTube. We've been good for a fucking hour. we back. All right, came back. For some reason, it said excellent connection, and then that shit dipped out. And I'm like, what the fuck does it? What the hell? But, Serby, did you hear what I was saying? You're trying to change dynamics with up in your home, but you're too tired to do that. And so when everybody's too tired of each other, what the fuck happens? A blow up or a fucking explosion. It doesn't end up being a good conversation. It doesn't end up being pleasant because everybody is sick and tired of each other, right? And then where are you supposed to go? Really, you ain't got nowhere to go but work. And work is just another fucking piece of the game. It's another piece of stress. While work did something for you in the beginning, this current job that you have right now, it's not doing nothing now. It's not doing nothing now. So, are you, just think for these next couple of weeks, what is best for you mentally, emotionally, because you're panicking, because you're anxious, because you're overly stressed? What is best for you? You too young to be this stressed type of shit. Because they keep talking about like fatigue and shit. Yeah, you too young to be all this. They talking about the dark circles under your eyes and shit. I mean, that could be other shit, but come on. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Kind of a retort. Fatigue because I'm also sick and now I'm working from home. So, it's just something to think about, right? It's something to think about. Because I feel like, I'm not going to say this sickness was meant to happen, but I feel like you pulling away a little bit was meant to happen. You pulling away from that situation and realizing kind of how much more it brought onto your shoulders, that was meant to happen. Okay? If that makes sense. How's no smoking to go? Listen, I called it off a long time ago. I'm gonna stop smoking when my shit start fucking burning and hurt and shit. I'm good. I do cardio. I work out every single day. I'm good. Until that shit starts collapsing, my motherfucking, no, I'm playing. Once it gets annoying, I'm gonna stop. They gotta raise the prices of one pack of cigarettes to at least $15 before I stop. We at $12.35 right now in New York, so only jesting. I know. I'm just in bed. only 13, yeah, pretty much. How long? Since I was 13 years old, on and off. Never been addicted to smoking cigarettes. I have a very addicted. It's not. I have addictive personality. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. I get easily addicted to everything. Drinking a cup of coffee, working out. Like now, I'll do it. I have to do it every single day. It's a part of that, like ADHD structure and BPD structure. I need something to tide me over. Do you see me working home for a bit? Let's see. Yes, I roll my own. I used to love rolling my own too. But now I just feel like I never have time. I used to love that. I used to love smelling them. Now it's just. You're gonna be home, bro. You're gonna be sleeping a lot. But I feel like this also gives you more space to work on other endeavors. Like I said, I feel like you being with additive, yo. I feel like you've been wanting to explore the social media side to you a little bit more. Okay, it doesn't have to be with tarot. Like it really doesn't. But you've been exploring and exploring and kind of been like, okay, I could do that. You know, anyone could do that. Damn. I think it's oral fixation, OCD, oral fixation, or just fixation, OCD in general. That's what I got. Like even to me, music. You see how I constantly hear it playing. I need something. Like it's always just something. There needs to be something there. It can't just be plain silence. Otherwise, I start like popping my mouth and smashing on the table and fucking around and making noises just to make noise and all that. That's the ADHD. So, Serby, back to you. This is going to be your life for a second. So depending on how you digest it, you can take that as a negative because you're not getting out of your home situation, or you can take this as a chance to work on what you want for now, because there needs to be something that holds you over and ties you over. From what I see, that job was never important unless it was to get you out. So now that escape piece is gone. What's she gonna do? See, this cycle be working from home now too, so I don't know if he's gonna come after me. No more. The psychopath. Fuck him. Screaming out murder. I love how they bring out murder. That song. Take my soul. Happy. Young. Fuck was with. They come out with barter. No, don't think he's not thinking of you. Don't think he's not thinking of you. Serby, is there anything else you wanted to know? We're taking our time today. I just mean with the information I just gave you, you most likely are not gonna keep this job. Oh, you mean with him? I just said he think of you. That's all I said. I didn't say that. I didn't say nothing but that. He just think of you. Don't mean he's gonna come after you show up at your house. But I feel like someone making a voodoo doll out of me. I see. Well, they say the first thing they say is you're protected. They say magical protection. So I don't see anyone making no voodoo doll. I think you're scared of that because of psychotic people, and I honestly feel like the dudes plural that you're talking to, in general, are faker than shit, and they trying to sell that shit, and you feel that. You already know you're an intuitive person. You can't lie about that shit. I mean, come on now. You're gonna feel used, or you're gonna feel drained from people because they're trying too motherfucking hard to impress you or whatever. Makes my skin cold. Then stop. Cut it off. Cut it the fuck off. It's not even entertaining no more. It's just bothersome. Cut it off. Yeah, cut it off. Stop fucking dealing with it, then. When there's someone decent coming in, and man, I'm tired. All right, let's see. They say have fun. This is the first call that I got. Have fun. Let's see. They said surprise. They said surprise. So they're not gonna tell you. Yeah, they're not gonna tell you. The secret to they're not gonna tell you. They're not gonna tell you. Let's see. Anything. They're not gonna tell you. Which is unfortunate. Okay. The first thing that they just said was be careful because you in some certain way can play a good victim. Okay, you can play a good victim of bad dating and bad this, bad that. Okay, you can play a very good victim, and because you play that small violin, you attract other small violins. That's what they're talking about. A victim of bad dating or shitty dudes or shitty this and shitty that. It's like obviously not everyone in the world is necessarily that shitty. It's that you need to up your game a little bit in how you view the dating scene because you can't just settle for anything that's there or anyone that's coming towards you. Okay? Coming towards other people, hollering at other people is like you gotta know it's not boundaries. You gotta know when it's bullshit. You just gotta call. You don't have to call them out on that bullshit, but you gotta know when to stop dealing with it. You just gotta know how to move on and keep moving. Don't get attached to people who don't show you the realness, the real shit. Like if someone really, really been trying to get you, yeah, because they're talking about Gemini, talk about everything. If somebody's really, really trying to get you to believe something, just go. Like, how many times do they have to repeat that until you get it? Because I feel like we dancing in circles here. Stop dealing with the dudes who are just like entertainment. You want something serious? How about you get serious? Like I said, stop playing the small violin that says, well, I'm a victim and everyone treats me like shit or everyone's a fake ass bitch. You're projecting right now and you're going to be projecting to the wrong people. That's what's up. Victim mentality. You fall back into victim mentality because you're not happy with your current situation. You know, pretty much anywhere. It's just not moving fast enough for you. But you got to realize love ain't fast. Romantic relationships are not fast. My shit say excellent connection. My shit say excellent connection. Why it say excellent connection in that cutout? Okay. Where did it cut off? Where did it cut off? You said, oh, you said loaded right when you said don't happen. Yeah, but when I said it don't happen fast, it just don't. It just don't. That's all I'm saying. This does not happen fast, no matter how you fucking cut it. It just doesn't. So you can want it all you want, but you got to do your part too. And your part is actually scoping people out and acting serious. Because when you play the game of just, you say, yeah, you want something serious. You say you want this, you want that. They act serious. Act serious then. Quit playing. Quit playing with people. The small violin and the victim shit ain't working for Spirit no more. They said stop playing. Get serious about yourself. You got that? That's what I gotta say. That's what I gotta say. So stop telling people what I want in the future. Yeah, what do you want now? What do you want now? Like, get serious about that shit. Start getting a little bit more aggressive. Like, you get afraid of people getting afraid of you, No, she's an Aries, but you get afraid of people seeing like the real you, which is a little bit more snippy, snappy, and you might make certain people uncomfortable. Like I said, you don't make me uncomfortable, and there's certain people out there. People love your personality. They're going to, because you show that little aggression side. So show that. Those are the realistic pieces, bro. If this shit keep coming, don't do it. Don't do it. YouTube. When I'm snipping and snapping, then I'm too masculine. Who says that? No. No. Like the normal you, whatever that entails. The average you. Like, for real. Stop spending time in areas where you don't need to spend time. It's the normal you type shit. Too masculine. I'm just saying, like, being realistic and being honest ain't too masculine. It's just honesty. Being honest about what you want. Stop being so soft on people who are fucking retarded. Alright. Sorry, that's it. Sorry, that's it. Hey, Pisces. How can I get a reading? Read my description, please. So 11:11, you talk, it's all aspects. So it's dibbling and dabbling on all aspects. I guess I want to know where I'm going based on what I'm currently at. In romance, you're talking about. Where you're going right now is playing the small violin. Where you're going right now is playing the victim mentality. You got to snap out of it and stop acting like the whole world is trying to hurt you type shit, because that's just not true. Like, I did a video interview for school. Not sure if they were like, oh, okay. I was going to say, if I got to say the same thing over and over, you know how I feel about that. They said it's a win-win-win-win-win. A win situation. They say you sold it. Like, you did it. So, they'll like it. They said you sold. That's confirmation again. You sold it. You have their attention. Yo, you have their attention. You sold it. I thought it did. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, it wasn't easy for you, obviously. But waiting on the answer and shit like that, that's going to be hard for you. Because I don't think it's like easy. I don't think it's easy for them to go through all that. I think that, yeah, you'll get your answers, but later than what you're thinking. If that makes sense. If that makes any sense. get in with mine. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. They're gonna request more out of you, though. Yes, you will. For some reason, I'm picking up. They're gonna request more out of you. Yeah, because they keep saying something about more evidence or something like that. But they're gonna request more out of you. He said, Fredo. There's gonna be more information that you have to give them in some type of way. So there's that. Or more options, more choices. They want to know specifically where you're at or what you want to do. So there's that. There's that. Yeah, because I just got yes like 20 times. So there's that. Congratulations. They said something about don't let your sickness get you behind and looking. Pay attention, okay? Pay attention to your emails. Pay attention to all that, okay? Because don't let your sickness like put you down type shit where you're sleeping right through an important message. Okay? No, Lisa. Lisa, I'm gonna say your name when I'm on you. I'm gonna say your name a couple of different times. Lisa. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. Yeah, that's a good start. Get out of there. All right. Let's refresh the deck a little bit. And shuffle. Let's see what comes out for Lisa. Let's see what comes out for Lisa. Everyone love today too. I love that song. I'm gonna keep that. Lisa, they want to talk about romance, so let's see what they got coming out. Ace of Swords, okay. Ten of Pentacles, okay. So they're talking about okay. Someone's relationship with you was embarrassing, or you're too embarrassed to be with someone or to commit to someone, or no, might be even how the other person feels. It's like an embarrassment. Picked up on like embarrassment to society or embarrassing relationship or something that was embarrassing. Like this person maybe even just give you embarrassing vibes where it's just like you didn't want to be around that person in the physical or on the emotional or the mental scale. And they're talking about how you stopped dealing with somebody because you were too embarrassed to continue to keep dealing with them. Talking about that romantically. And now you feel a little lost. I see that. You feel a little bit lost. Let's see. I mean, you have some interesting sexual relationships with folks. Or you did. You did have interesting sexual relationships with folks. This is one of those situations too where I say, are you serious about romance, Lisa? Are you serious about love? Because I feel like that also stops you too. You know, like, in this is a completely different situation. Don't let me bog you down or anything like that. But I feel like your lack of sincerity or seriousness always gets you caught up. And I know it's because you don't want to take the relationship serious right out the gate. But I'm saying take yourself seriously. Take yourself seriously. Be careful, Gypsy. Take yourself seriously. Um, yeah. So you have a very prickly way of saying that you want somebody, or saying that you want love, or saying that you want romance. You like to throw people through a lot of tests, which is not necessarily a horrible thing. But this is also where I say trust your judgment, because there's been a couple of slip ups here where you will get into a sexual relationship with folks and try to control how they feel about you, or this controlling aspect with you in some type of way. It's like you think that you can somehow alter their lives, or change their lives, or save their lives, or something like that. But like, let's be real quick. One, you are not the therapist, okay? Please, you are not a therapist. Two, it's like, you know that type of shit is toxic in the first place. They should already be at that point where they want to be in a relationship. You shouldn't have to make them feel that way. Like, you shouldn't have to taunt them with your fucking pussy in order to get them in a relationship. When they come for your pussy, and then they fuck y'all fucking, in the first month or so, or whatever it is, whatever the time period is, just know that that's what they want. They're showing you exactly what they want. If they wanted a serious connection or a serious commitment, they wouldn't be fucking you right out the gate. Okay, that's just not the way it works. Okay, it's not the way it works realistically. Now, that's where you get your own boundaries ready and set up. You shouldn't have to tell them to create boundaries for themselves, or say, oh yeah, actually, it's like, you shouldn't have to tell people to not be players. Because if they're players, they're going to play with you, right? If you're talking to a player, they're going to play with you. You can't tell someone not to be themselves. Okay? You can't. I'm sorry, but that's just not how it works. Like, they might show you special attention for your pussy, but they're not showing you special attention for your emotions and the type of person that you want. That's for damn sure. It doesn't matter how many people you slide through and fuck or whatever. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Be realistic. Be realistic. Like, realistically, how much do you want to put yourself through before you snap out of it and say, I want a serious relationship and a serious connection? Because you ain't going to find nothing serious if you ain't taking yourself seriously. Okay? So there's that. There's that. What else? Yeah, that's that family trauma shit. That's what they're bringing up. Family trauma. Where you feel like you can't trust nobody because you feel like it's all a mask. Particularly, I pick up on the family trauma where it's like, to everybody else, your family or your situation was perfect, but on the inside of the home, it was chaos. It looked ordinary from the outside and crazy in the inside. And I think that sometimes you feel like going crazy on the inside, and you go for the dudes who are normal on the outside and crazy on the inside, because you feel like that's what you deserve. You feel like you deserve a little bit crazy. You feel like you can handle it. But why try to handle something that you don't need to handle, right? Like, it's not a necessity. Just because you're good under pressure and you're good under crazy situations, it does not mean you need to put yourself through them, unless you're just bored. But that's not taking yourself seriously, and that's not taking your relationship life seriously. So that needs to switch up. If that's what you're going, if you're going for that, not no longer being single to be in a long-term relationship, you need to change the mind frame. Change the mind frame. Stop dealing with nonsense and idiots, blockheads. All right. What's next? What? Finances and work. Finances and work. They're talking about paying back something. They're talking about paying back something. They're talking about paying back something, or I don't know. I always want to pick people as like a codependency. It's a control issue. That's what it is. It's control issues. It's because you can't release that feeling of, oh yeah, I need to fix the problem since I didn't fix it in my home when I was young. You need to stop because you're not young no more, and you no longer have to deal with crazy situations. You can just deal with, there's no such thing as average or normal, but you can deal with an individual who ain't crazy. Okay? But there's something to do with like paying something back or something that's old, or so maybe someone always used a little money. That's gonna work out in your favor in some type of way. They said pretty soon here. They talk about maybe even next week paying something back, or it might even be a bill type shit. Someone paying you back, or maybe you wanting someone to pay rent or something like that. That might be also popping up. But they're talking about paying something back and how that's gonna pop up for sure. Okay. They're talking about I won't expose you completely, but be careful who you work with. It's my suggestion. Be careful who you work with, because I can see what you're doing, right? But boundaries, they really, really do matter in these situations. They really do. I mean, seriously. Seriously. I know that you are capable, and goes back to the crazy thing. You are capable of dealing with Looney Tunes. But that does not mean you deserve that, and that's what you have to deal with. Even in your current situation, work-wise, there is a such thing as like a boundary or a line that just is never crossed. Otherwise, you can walk away. You are not that desperate, Lisa. You just are not that desperate. You are not that desperate. So don't pretend that you're desperate. Don't pretend that you looking every which way. You are not that desperate. Your work follows you. You don't follow it. Okay? You don't chase it. All right? They do say something about getting paid here eventually. Yeah, see? That's also where it plays in with your love life too. Your work and love life. Mix and mingle. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, it's not good. Thank you, Tashana. If you could read my description, please, I'd appreciate it. All new subscribers, please read my description, just so you get how this shit works. All right, Lisa. Do you think you have an addiction, Lisa? Do you think maybe you have a little bit of an addiction? And like I said, I'm not trying to call you out or nothing like that, or none of that. Do you think you might have a little bit of an addiction? Because I feel like you lost control of this aspect of your life a long ass time ago. And I'm just throwing that out. I do. I feel like you lost that control a long as time ago, and I feel like you're yearning for it. But I also feel like you won't make the necessary personal changes and boundary changes and all that type of shit in order to embrace that control back into your life. Okay. Here's the problem. You can try to control everybody else, but you can no longer control yourself. And that means there needs to be a step back. Whether it's now or in a couple of weeks, there needs to be a step back in some breathing room away from some folks. Because this can be like what makes or breaks you just in general. I feel like in many aspects of your life, okay? In a lot of aspects of your life. Yeah. They did say you're recovering. They did say that. They did say you're recovering. They did say you're recovering. But this addiction plays a large part in the way you navigate now, still. I know it as a former, I can say former addict myself, but it still demands things out of me. My addiction still demands a lot of things. Things that I placed into my life on purpose in order to control that. Okay, so now it's coming back. I know deflation here. Now it's coming back and replacing those things with positive things. Okay, positive coping mechanisms. It's no longer just about like, oh, I need to get my fixings right in that way. Now it's about replacing those things, actively making. Don't just detach, run away, and sit down, because you're never gonna be happy with that. Okay, you just aren't. You're a woman who gets a lot of shit done. That's the way you play. You get a lot of shit done. So you need something in replace of that isn't toxic, negative, or you know what I mean. You get it. You get it. You do. Bringing back your control over the situation. Anything else for Lisa? Yeah, you need to be a lot more stingy with some of these folks. Let's see. What else? What else? Okay, so okay, I see some cutoff. I see some cutoff here. I see in these next couple of months you're gonna be cutting some folks off from some toxic situations off. Good luck, Gypsy. Appreciate you rolling through as always. Yup, I see some cutoff here, and I see some new instances of making money. You're making financial changes, big changes. Yeah. Confirmation that you're going to get your bag up in a different way. They ask you to have hope. They ask you to stop, feeding into bullshit. They ask you to stop feeding into people who will always, no matter what, treat you the same way. They ask you to stop being that shoulder that everyone leans on. They ask you to be your own shoulder. Okay? That's what I picked up on. Just know you will not. I know there's like something to do with possible fear of brokenness or fear of not having enough or whatever. No, you're going to get your back up. It's coming. It's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. I'm telling you, it's right here. You just won't have to do what you do anymore. You won't. You're getting too old for this, Lisa. That's what they say. You're getting too old for this shit. You say I'm on blast. Well, you know how I roll. Versus the red shit is bounced out on this. Just stay the hell down. Also might be a trip coming up here too, Lisa. There might be a trip coming up here too, or a trip. Yeah, I see a trip or something like that. There's a trip coming up. A trip or a move or something. I won't say it's a trip though. A trip to check a spot out or check a place out. Trip. I heard you checking out someone's digs. Like you checking out their home. So there's that. Okay. You don't gotta fight no more, Lisa. You don't gotta fight. Malibu. Malibu, you still here, babe? Is it my turn? Sure. You just got back from Spain. How was it? Was it an eye-opening experience? Were you good? Did you behave? Malibu, did you have a question for me? And Sarah, there's no such thing as turns here. As long as I'm not reading somebody, as soon as I end up reading, right? Whoever posts first, usually that's it. And definitely read my description before you decide to post anything. Of course, Lisa. I hope your Spain trip went well. It's raining here. I guess the rain will have me. We're about to snow, I'm pretty sure. It's too cold for it not to snow. Okay. Great trip. I behaved, went with family. I hope that opened up your eyes in other ways too. I hope it made you feel a lot more positive. I'm burning a little bay leaf for you. Good. It's for good money, good healing. Go ahead. Sad. Are you still selling candles? I am about to pop off for that website. I promise you. I know I keep saying it, but for real this time. I just got caught up on my vacation. Thought I would have time to work, but I did not have anything. Anything. Did you eat good? Absolutely, I did. Are you dehydrated? I don't think so. But thank you for asking, anyways. I always have my liquids, as you know, y'all. You will see me like 10 different cups. All right. I'm waiting for candles too. All of them are made, by the way, y'all. I spent extra time. Didn't see any coffee for this morning. Right here. Right here. It's almost done. It's my second cup. We're almost done. How you doing, Malibu? How you feeling? I know there was some posts earlier. Didn't get to read them necessarily, but I hope you're feeling all right too. All right. So, Sarah. Sarah? I don't know how much tobacco is, but that should be enough. Yeah. Yeah, it will be. Y'all got a couple extra cents in there. The European money. Y'all got a couple of extra cents in there. That should be enough. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right, so Sarah, let's get out my tarot deck here. Start shuffling. I'm gonna do some clarity for you, even though it says no clarity. I might do some clarity for you. I'm feeling extra generous. So let's see what comes out first. I have a feeling it's gonna be a bigger situation than what I'm expecting. Yeah. Okay, so Sarah, they call you a little bit of an angel with devilish tendencies. And that's what they said. You're an angel with devilish tendencies. I think that gets the freaks on you a little bit. So what I mean by freaks is fetishists. I mean people who are a little crooked in the head, got a couple of screws loose. You know, I even picked up on like corkscrew type shit, like some weird shit where it feel like people want to pin you down. Definitely, I know whatever your current situation is right now, romantically, is what I'm gonna point out. There's a couple city situations here. Okay, you are dealing with one nasty motherfucker. That's what I'll say. You are dealing with, like, whatever your most recent situation was romantically, you was dealing with some nasty motherfucker. A real nasty one, huh? Yeah, a real nasty motherfucker. I feel like someone's crossing the line or has crossed the line with you. I feel like there's this, it is always constantly reopened by the people who are approaching you right now. Or even like, if you're not done with the situation yet, the wound is festering. Okay. So fresh. So fresh. Okay. I see it being like, okay, you learned your lesson here. And Sarah, I truly do feel like you have learned your lesson. But the problem keeps coming in different ways, in different forms. Okay. I know you feel unlucky. Okay. I know you feel like, this is all that it's always this way in which you always attract this type of individual. You always get this type of individual who's like very, very crooked in it. Like I said, got a few screws loose and also very, very kinky, weird sex. Just keep picking that up. Weird sex. Some weird sexual addictions. Okay. So, Sarah, like I said, you're an angel with devil tendencies. You easily get swept away by people's words. I think that you easily mistake people who are emotionally unavailable for your type of person because you prefer a colder, more masculine, straightforward type of person. But I also feel like those people always have something to hide. And so as a result of you kind of going after that cold, hard reptilian type shit, I heard cold, hard reptilian scum for some reason. Like, I don't know what the fuck this person is into, but they gotta be into some wild shit. Like, it... You feel like you're more connected to these people in some type of way. But I don't think that's true. That emoji, I love that emoji so much. People keep using it today. It made me laugh. Oh, you gotta start believing. Yeah. So you gotta stop believing that you can't pick up any other type of dude. You got me? You got to stop believing that this is the type of dude for you. Because that's the main problem. Emotionally unavailable. You are not an emotionally unavailable person. You feel like there's balance in you being maybe a little bit more crazier with your emotions, with being someone who with someone who's quieter. I honestly feel like you think that you have the power and the gift to take certain things out of people, like being able to make somebody a little bit more caring or passionate. But these people are passionless. Understand that. It's not going to clash if you meet somebody or talk to somebody who is a little bit more emotional. You've dealt with clashing relationships before, I understand that. But it clashes even more when you're hiding certain aspects of yourself and trying to jump into a relationship with somebody who is also hiding. You got me? Like, so expect the unexpected when you're dealing with a quiet person, Sarah. You got to realize people got shit to hide. Okay? You should not be hiding though. You shouldn't have anything to hide. You are an emotional person. That is okay. That is okay. You are allowed to be emotional. You are allowed to have a fucking personality. Okay. When you hide, the partners that you attract mirror you. Okay. So realize that when you being fake to yourself, when you're not treating yourself with the most respect, okay, when you are muting yourself down or mulling down type shit, when you are watering yourself fucking down, you are going to attract exactly that. The watered down bitches. The watered down people. The down under people type shit. The down under. Maybe some Australian or some accented type person. But you want to attract some dirty down under motherfucker. Hey, the whitey tighties type motherfuckers, okay? The whitey tighties with the dookie stains type shit. This is not. You're not attracting dominant people. You're attracting insane, right? I know you want someone who's more dominant, so you feel like it could just balance you out or something like that. It's just, I know it's in good faith and everything like that. Just you holding yourself down and trying to like be a little bit more sweeter and kinder and feminine, but that's never worked for you. It's never worked for you. You're not that type of person. Don't pretend to be that type of person. All right? Don't pretend. Don't pretend to be that person. Don't do it. Don't do it. You keep wondering why everything's one-sided. Why people always break promises with you. You break a promise with yourself. The biggest one is not being yourself. Okay? You heard me when I said that? You gotta tell people the truth sometimes. You gotta rip off the fucking bandage. Rip off the bandage. Okay? Hold on, yeah. 1 second. Alright, that's good. Those fucking emojis are wild. Malibu. The fucking... Yeah, them emojis is fucking wild. Okay, I'm glad you heard me, Seraph. Amy, that one. That red one. You put that little hand down. What's that? A zombie or something? Put that. Oh no, it's not a zombie. It's like a sticker. I can't even tell. Put that fucking hand down. Yo, those emojis are hilarious. So stupid. What is that? This shit look wild. All right, Miss Francis. You just want something general. All right. General reading from Miss Francis. How about this? So now her name being Scorpio. Yo, that's her. One of my favorite moderators. So you gonna skip me? No. You stop those fucking emojis. Malibu, babe. Hold up, hold up. It's just easier if I focus on here just for a second. Hold up. Because if I ask a question I can't handle the truth, but I need it, but I'm gonna just get it general. Okay. Alright. Y'all, you guys have been fucking emojis. That's gonna be a new thing now, huh? What is that cry face? Why does she look like an asshole or something? All right, so Miss Francis, something general, right? The first thing they said to you is loose lip sync ships. Miss Francis, you make a lot of assumptions. Okay, you make a lot of assumptions about somebody. Yeah. Yep. You make a lot of assumptions about somebody or some situation. I feel like it's more of a situation than it's somebody. Make a lot of assumptions. Let's see, what are the assumptions here? The assumptions are about somebody's family or family loyalty or how involved they want to be. Yeah, okay, so there's a lot of assumptions, right? I think this kind of comes with let's see. I mean, it's gonna be a baby daddy, I'm pretty sure. I think this comes with a baby daddy. It's the baggage check shit. Let's see. What are they asking you to do? Okay. I think I got it. Damn. Scorpio. Oh, God. I think you think someone wants something that they don't want. No baby daddy, no kids. Okay, so this is a situation then where it's just somebody is someone maybe even you maybe thought about having a family with, or they have a family. I'm letting you know this now. Someone's got a family here. All right. Or someone's got something before you or after you, whatever the fuck it is, but someone's got a family here. I mean, it is what it is. That's what I'm saying. Somebody definitely has a very, very, very tumultuous life. Okay. Hectic, roller coastery. I feel like there's no breaks for this person. I feel like their mental state also, there's no breaks on that neither. So whatever you're assuming this person can do, as far as maybe changing, or as far as like not repeating a certain cycle or situation, you got your head all fucked up. Or maybe it's this person that's got, your head all fucked up. But I think it's you. I think you have your own head all fucked up. Okay? You do. You do. You just do. You're scared. Yeah, you're scared of this person. You're scared of anybody who comes towards you. Really, right now, you're scared. You're scared of people knowing too much, or you're scared of you're scared of knowing too much. You're scared of figuring out what the real history is or what this person's real problems are. You're scared of figuring out that like someone doesn't feel a certain way about you. You're just scared. You're just scared. Genuinely. That's weird, right? So they're talking about this, what you have in your head versus what is actually there too with a person. They're talking about where you have your head versus where this person actually is. You are not told everything, Miss Francis. You are definitely told like not even half the story, probably like a quarter of the fucking story. That's why you're so confused, because nothing adds up. What do they want you to do about the situation? Because that shit is exhausting for me and you type shit. Let's see. What do they want you to do? Stop questioning on whether stop questioning your intuition, first of all, because obviously you're intuitive and obviously you have certain feelings and certain vibes that you're picking up from somebody. You gotta stop questioning that, because what you're feeling is the truth. The shadiness and the shit that makes your skin crawl, that's the truth. That's the real feeling that you get from somebody who is genuinely living that double life type shit. So I'm saying, protect yourself. Protect yourself physically. Protect yourself mentally, emotionally. Protect yourself. That's their suggestion. Protect yourself. Yeah, protect yourself. Like, stop putting false hopes on the table. Just protect yourself. You know you have you have to have a place right now for healing. You know that. Because you have people looking at you, or you have a future looking at you, especially financially here. You have a future that you want. You want to be a respected person. Okay? You want to be someone who's respected. And how are people going to look up to you or respect you if you choose to go back or deal with a situation that has you so fucking confused, so mangled, and feeling some type of way about yourself? So anxious and fearful and scared. And what you scared of? What you scared of? Yeah, what are you scared of? Okay. Obviously, this was a very abusive situation. Don't go back. You don't have to. You're not obligated to. You're not obligated to figure out all the secrets. Like, this shit ain't no mystery machine. It's not no Scooby-Doo. It's not no Scooby-Doo. It's not no Scooby. You do not need to do none of that ever again. Ever again. That is the pleasure of being an individual. You do not need to dip your toes in no other situation other than your own individuality and where you're headed forwards, not backwards. Okay? Okay. Let it go. Let it go. If you was, and also if you was wondering if you were the first person that this person ever, like, you know, whether it's throw hands on or gaslit, I feel like this person is the type of person to throw hands on somebody. Okay, I definitely feel like this person, if they get to a certain point because they're mentally ill, but that's no excuse. Okay, there's no excuse. I feel like they put their hands on somebody. I feel like they scream in people's faces. I feel like they drag their hair. I feel like they do all that extra shit. Okay, whether they started it with you or they started it with somebody else, they was definitely dealing with a baby mother or somebody in the background that they were abusive towards, or maybe all of the women they've been abusive towards. But this situation, I would say, call it quits. I would say, leave it. Leave it. You don't need that shit in your life. You got a whole future, like I said. Financially, I see you doing real fucking well within these next couple of months. As long as you can get your head away from this fucking idiot. I always wonder why this guy's just laying on a farting ass though. Amy. Every time someone says that, it looks so fucking stupid. It does look like a farting ass. You're right. Laying on a whoopee cushion. That's what I look like. Alright. You got me? You're too intuitive for this shit. Yeah, you too intuitive for all that. And you trust yourself too much to deal with somebody like this. Okay. Trust your intuition. I gotta go take a piss real quick, y'all. Just real quick. I'll be back. Alright. I grabbed some water for y'all. Malibu, you ready? You said you wanted something positive, I saw, so. That Coke is flat. What just wasn't here. I wish it would just rain, because you know when you get that pressure and something hanging on your shoulders. Of course, Miss Francis. You was right. I want to let you know you was right. She said, already know. She's like, I'm out. She said, already know. It's raining here. We either gonna get some rain, some snow, a little bit of both. Let's see. Some good news. People been torturing you, huh, Malibu? Neglecting. For some reason, I knew you was gonna pull through today as well. Let's see. Positive. Sorry about that. That's something about money. I mean, that's something about money. Because that's all I be picking up. I'm like, okay, yeah, right. Okay, see, okay. New work scenario, new work situation. No, you ain't gonna be stuck no longer. You feel lazy, and this makes you like feel scared. You hate feeling lazy. You hate feeling like you're doing nothing. Damn, shit, hold up. Hate feeling like you are helpless. Okay, you really do. I mean, I see you here like scratching at yourself, like, oh god, damn, like crawling out your skin type shit. This is the end of that, though. This is the end of that. There's a new work endeavor, new work situation. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. All right. Okay. So, whatever this is, right? It feels like an impulsive decision at first. That's it. We back, okay. What I was trying to say is, this might feel like an impulsive decision, okay? Whether it's you find another job or another situation, I'm don't do that fucking emoji. I'm gonna say that there's some kind of, you might get paid a little bit less, okay? I don't know whether it's like paid a little bit less or paid a little less often. It might be like, instead of getting a every 2 week paycheck, it's like something strange. Okay. You hate something that's not consistent. That's just the type of person that you are. But there's something that's like not very consistent, but something that you could work with and deal with that's coming up. Okay. Like it's just something that you can deal with. It's a project that you could actually just, okay, it is what it is. You get what you get because of the situation you're in right now. I do feel like it's from home. Let's check it out. Is it from home? I do feel like it's from home. Yo, I do feel like it's from home. So if you're curious on that, it does look like it's from home. They're gonna try to fight you on it. If it's from your current employment spot, I think they're gonna try to fight you on it, or maybe say like, oh, you just do your thing, stay home, or be more, be positive, get well, get better, whatever. I must say it's from home though, whatever it is. Like I can't stop working. Like I need to work. I can't be broke. Y'all motherfuckers running me dry. It's gonna be from home. Confirmation again. For some, they talk about it being from home, and you also not being happy with that. But it's something, right? It's something. It's some positive news. You pick up some. Why do I feel like it's you picking up after people's crumbs, like almost like editing something or that sort of thing? You might be picking up after people. I picked that up heavily. You're like, oh my god, these people are so fucking retarded. They're such idiots. But you get to sit comfortable in your bed. Feel like on your laptop or tablet, whatever, you get to sit comfortable on your bed. I mean, you get to be chill as fuck. You get your rest in, get your healing in. I'm burning this so you can get your bag. Get your bag, Malibu, get your bag. Get that healing. My PTO is depleted. It's time for me to go to bed. If okay with a doctor. To me, it looks like something from home. I'm gonna be 1,000% with you. That or they put you on completely different hours. With a new job or current job, maybe I'm like, I think personally, I'm gonna say a new job. Okay, but here's the thing. This could just be you doing another thing that you're not used to. And that could be also perceived as a new job. So it could be that you working from home or from a home situation, or that's kind of what you settle on or decide on. Because I feel like it's offered to you. Okay, maybe at your current workplace. If not, then it's offered to you somewhere else, or whatever is transferable, whatever it is. But like I said, it feels new to me, but it could just feel new because it's a new aspect that you never really worked in. Okay, it's just like because you never work from home or whatever. Like it's just something that you're not used to. I know. Okay. I feel like it's from home. I do. Like I've gotten it a couple of different times though. Or you can work wherever you go, but I keep picking up from home. I think the pay is a little bit weird. I think the pay is weird. Okay, I think you still gonna get your bag up, but I think the way they pay you is strange. Okay, there must be a problem because I don't have no improvement yet. I just see it as my body needed more time. I think I mean, from a fucking heart attack, I'd assume your body needed fucking time, right? Right. I'm just saying, like, from a situation like that, I say, yeah, you need more time, right? You can't just fucking whip up and hop up. I'll be okay as long as I can manage it. You will be, absolutely. This is easy for you. In fact, I feel like it would be boring to you. But it just feels like one of those temporary wiggle room type things. And then I also feel like you're going to switch your job again eventually here. No, so you'll probably be in this one for a couple of months. Okay, a couple of months. And then I feel like you're going to switch again to something that's a lot more satisfying. I don't feel like it's going to be in the same workplace, though. I do feel like you're going to be transferring or working from a different workplace. Okay? Yeah. They said preach. Because I don't think you want to look back at that situation again or look back at that workplace is too stress oriented for you. Malibu, baby, you getting your bag, you getting better. I could see that your health also does look quite good. I know you're scared now, and of course that's kind of what they're meant to do. Doctors and all that, they're kind of meant to scare you to keep you from doing things that are too strenuous, so that you really get into a tough situation. But I feel like that shit ends. That shit fizzles out. You're like, bitch, you almost died. Sit down. Nah, I agree with that. I can honestly say I was not expecting this. Well, expect the unexpected. You might even, that move might be closer than what you think. Damn, sneeze a little louder. There's my grandfather. They just want to see me go. They don't want to see a nigga go. They want to see me go for the stroke. Not too bad. For my dog. There's another slide for me, but I put that down my mama. That's something. Yep. That's what that's repetition right there. I've got it 3 different times now. Does that come with the moving environment or just work career? I think I want to. So, like I said, This is an arrangement for a couple of months. I strongly feel that whatever is coming up for you within the workplace, whatever they change you over to, whatever it is very, very like brief. Okay, very brief. Let me check out a move. Let's see if that's coming up. Yes. So like I said, there's some sort of a new work situation, new commitment, where I feel like you're going to move towards that job. Okay, they talk about January a lot, but I don't feel like January is it for a move. I feel like January might be that new work situation. Yeah, no, you have a lot coming up for you on the they said hopping states. Possibly hopping states. The beach sound cool for you? Because they talk about the beach a lot, or familiar areas, familiar beaches, familiar lots. Something about like the blacktop or some shit. I don't know. They talk about familiar places and faces. It's possible that it's like a comfort level for you. That company's gonna go downhill there. What can you do, right? When you can go, I mean, this has been a plan for a little while now. When you can go, you're gonna go. They said it's all gonna burn. That's what they said. When you said the company is gonna go downhill, they said it's all gonna burn. You said, I don't want to do this shit no more. All right, babe? They talk about the beach or the blacktops and familiar places and faces. They definitely talk about the beach strongly for you, though. So, if you down south, further south. There's something, okay, there's also, bro, this is making me frustrated because I'm trying to figure out. I feel like something to do connected with not only your work, but also your body. Because they keep talking about those two things, and I feel like it's a comfort level with your body too. I feel like what's going to be more healing and less strenuous for you with your current conditions is going to be somewhere that's just mad warm. Okay, mad warm. Like, they're talking about strain on your fucking body, how that shit needs to stop. Like, it's been a pattern of, like, bad decisions with your health and staying in an environment that you know, like, it just ain't it. Venice Beach, California love. You know what they said? California. They said California. Let me go back. What song was that? What song was that? I saw Cali Love. Come on, go back. Cali Love by Shaq is dope. Let's see what they say in the song. Falling in love with a new home, or falling in love with a new spot to stay. Falling in love with a beachside, I think. I think you're going to live on the beach or very close to it. 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away. You lucky bitch. I'm going to come live with you. I'm going to come live with you. Yeah, they say you got to get the fuck out of here. It's not going to be long here before you find your new place. I'm telling you. It's so unexpected too, because I feel like it's right in the crux of you like switching jobs or wanting to find another one. Then something pops up and then something else pops up and then this and this and that. It's like a spin of events that really don't make sense. Yeah, they say you feel a strange, there's like a strange vibration or a transition in the air type shit. Something to do with car, just taking a car in a small little, what are those things that you just put on the back, or a truck you put on the back, like the little tiny U-Haul. Interesting, right? But that's what they say. Next year is gonna be early next year is gonna be very eventful for you. They keep talking about 95, which reminds me of Florida. I-95, that dangerous ass fucking highway. But it could also be California because they did mention it. They just mentioned the heat, the spice, how the spice be missing you. Yeah, I'm coming with you. Making this shit come true for you. Blowing the wishes. Ooh, that shit really went to plane too. They also say a lot of people who speak your language. That came up too. People compatibility or speak your language. All right, all right. Yeah, a lot of people who speak your language. Okay, father lives in St. Petersburg, Florida. Okay, okay. You think it'll move it closer to there? I'm sure it's crossed your mind, but it's coming up. Don't you worry. Because the fact that they mentioned it about 5 million times now sticks out to me. Hey, Natalia. Even try that too. Malibu seems pretty eventful. It's good energy too. Very good energy. They keep fucking with my shit, bro. That. All right, I was going to say, Natalia, I don't blame you for not trusting. And I want to instantly put that trust is earned. I want to instantly put nothing out there. That trust is fucking earned. Things I have to look forward to and get my mind off this appointment this upcoming week, of course. And I know your appointment will go well as well. Either way, it's gonna work out for you. Another shooting. I'm scared that he will let me down again, but I'm having faith. Well, all I would say, Natalia, is that you need to express dominance over the situation. Okay, I'm not saying you gotta dominate him, but I'm saying dominate your motherfucking self. Okay. I know expectations right now are it's spinning, it's quite low, and faith can only carry you through a relationship so far. But I was really at work thinking how I was crying last night because I feel I can't trust these tools, and now I know my intuition be warning me that they can't be trusted, so I just been self-sabotaging. Yup. Shelby, yeah. Not a shocker, right? Not a shocker, right? You gotta trust yourself again. I mean, I think that comes with pulling away from yourself a lot. He seemed better. I am telling him everything straightforward. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm not gonna rain on your parade. That's good. Just like I said, he's got to earn that trust. That ain't something that you could just give. Good. I'm telling you, good. That's improvement on your part. Calm energy, because why do I doubt myself? Right. Like, when you say masculine energy, it's like, what is that? You know, your personality never rubbed me as like uber masculine. You were a feminine person. You just have a strong personality, but that's okay. Expressing masculinity, it's like if you over domineering or over controlling, and I don't know why we associate that with masculinity at all. That's just control issues, right? But you could shut them down, Sherby. Like that's no problem for you. At least a couple of months ago it wasn't. I found out everything was a lie. I had to hire someone to create. I'm sorry to tell you that that's weighing heavy on you right now. I hope things get better for you. I guess when I call someone out, I'm hella direct with it, so some people take it as pushback. But if you are going to call somebody out, you're calling them out because they're not in your best interest in this present time as far as relationship goes. So you're doing the right thing. You're not just being overly protective. You are telling somebody what you want, and if they're not that, then that's it. I told somebody that recently. But if you're not exactly what I want, then I'm done. I'm not going to deal with it. It's the cutoff zone. That leaves them to think about it, right? I guess it's not like you're expecting change out of nobody. You're just expecting what you want on the baseline. Are you still doing readings? I think I want a general one. Yup. We are getting a storm right now. So if shit cuts out, I apologize. That is not a part of the plan. I'm going to try to keep this going. Tell them straight, Serby. Tell them straight. And they want to step. Okay, but if it takes you wrangling them to step up, right? Them getting in their little fucking pouty mood, then the fakeness comes in. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If it takes them if it takes you to wrangle them to get what you want, that shouldn't even be a part of the process. Right, you should be able to say, this is what I want with the person. This is the structure that I want right now. I know no future shit. I'm waiting until I get here and there. No, because if you want it now, then you want it now, and you make that shit clear. And if they are just not something that you want, then you keep skipping. Dating is stressful, right? But even on that rate, it's like, it's not, as long as you continue to hold your independence and don't get your hopes down when you meet somebody who isn't who you want. Like, why get your hopes down about somebody else's situation? That's on them. That's on them. If they want to be a loser, that's on them. That's on their time. That's not on your time. It's not a waste of time as long as you're able to commit to your boundaries. It's the rest of that coffee. What can you tell me about the triple air sign in love? Triple air. Let's see. Love, money, and luck, you said. Don't coddle them. Exactly. They shouldn't need mommy's coddle type shit. They shouldn't need your titty type shit. They are grown. They're supposed to be grown as men, right? So they shouldn't need all that. Nah, triple air sign. It's not too, but it depends. You're dealing with a demon. It depends. It depends. It depends. Okay, so your money, Jen, the first thing that popped through for you is your finances. So let me say, yeah, the first thing that popped through was your finances. What about them? Okay, you finally kicked someone to the curb here. That's why you looking to the new shit, Jen. Jen, what's going on? financially. Okay, so the only real thing that I see damaging your chances at finances right now is your own temper, your temperament. Your temper is wild right now. That's what they say. Your temper is wild, or you got a couple of different mood swings going on. Okay, and they're also talking about what you need versus what you want within finances as well. So they're talking about how much work you're actually putting in order to make your lifestyle work. Yeah, I was gonna say you're spending a little bit wild. Okay, you spend with your mood, which is not good, right? You're cashing checks that you really can't. It's it's wild, right? Because I think that your spending addiction is something that you just got comfortable with, and I think as you went, you was able to afford it, but at the same time, you wasn't able to invest into anything else. So when you want money, more money, okay, less problems type shit, you got to think about it. You got to think about how much you selling for real. Think about how much you selling. Ooh. How much you spending is what I meant to say. Okay, they're talking about holding yourself responsible as well. Okay, so there's something here where you getting eyes on you, enemies of work. Now, are you do a little bit online shit, or what is this? Because I could see something to do with like more eyes on you, the better, or investing in maybe advertisement somewhere in your own business. Because you got some sort of a thing here, maybe that you've been interested in or trying to clutch onto that hasn't worked. In some ways in the past, I saw it didn't work. Okay. I saw it didn't work in the past, but somehow like there was some kind of connect the dots moment where you was able to make shit work. And they're saying that the more you invest into whatever this is, as in advertise, that's what they're saying. Advertise yourself. Advertise yourself. Particularly you though. Like they're talking about your figure. Okay, they're talking about advertising your figure. So whether that's your face or what you're wearing or whatever it is, they keep talking about advertising your figure. That or like, what else? Yeah, they talk about advertising your figure. Okay, is it this like clothing or jewelry or something of that nature? Because they're talking about advertising your figure, and literally like they want you to have your own body. You don't need no model or nothing like that. They talk about you wear your shit, show your shit off. That's what it is. Whatever it is, they want you to be doing. Okay. You don't need no help on that. No, you don't. They said people will connect it with a friendly face and you'll get more buyers. So there's that. Yeah. You ain't gonna have no problems here. As long as you're willing to invest in it though. That spending habit, boo. Alright, what else we got? Okay, so romantic is a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird for you romantically right now. Because I feel like you feel connected to this new person for sure. The triple air, you feel connected. on a spiritual level, on a spiritual plane. You feel like, you've been thinking about this person a lot, a little obsessive. But remember how all your relationships start. Remember how all your relationships start, Jen. That's what they're saying. Remember how everything always starts, type shit. It always starts out that way. That's not like a rare thing necessarily. So when you get all excited, I'm not saying don't be excited. I'm just saying, like, that feeling that you get where you start like connecting with somebody, that's something an intuitive person does just by nature. Okay? Because you're picking up on their emotions and you're matching their energy. Okay? So that's not something you gotta overthink or overstep. It's like, oh yeah, I feel like this is my soulmate. No. It's just you are able to match someone's energy perfectly. Because that's the way that you are. That's the way that you're built. Okay? So don't overshoot that way. Like, oh, this person's meant for me. No, come on. Come on. You picking up on all this person's perks and their issues and whatever they're dealing with on a mental scale, you also pick up on it. And I feel like, like I said, perfectly matched energy. You're always that way. You're always catering to other people's psyche. I feel like you're always trying to make people feel more comfortable. And so you start mirroring. But don't get carried away with that. Okay? Retain some of yourself within whatever the situation is. You have to retain yourself. Meaning you have to still be yourself and still be aware of who this person is separate from you. Okay? Because you have to have some sort of sense of individuality. The codependency thing that you've been dealing with within relationships has been the main thing that's kind of in the way of you releasing some of these folks, okay? They talk about repetition. So, okay. Jen. You are dealing with a bum. A bum in probably every sense of the word. Whatever this person says they do for work, they do not. Okay, whether that's a shocker or not, I think this person kind of over exaggerates a little bit what their work schedule actually is, because whatever they do is it's not what they do. Okay, it's just not. I don't know how to spin it, but it's just not what they do. Whatever they do for work is not here. So I'm letting you know that this is like there be a little bit of a bummism. Okay, does that mean that the person is gonna use you? Let's find out. Also, this person has a lot of ego involved with relationships in general. So they will talk themselves up to the point of like no return type shit, where they'll talk themselves up on how hard they try. And the reality of it all is that they don't try very hard at all. I'm sorry, but like that's when somebody's saying they try so hard but nothing ever works, they're not trying hard at all. They are not going towards what needs to be going towards. They are continuing to live a brutal cycle. Okay? So they're like, oh my God, none of my relationships have worked in this way, that way. Oh my God, like, this is crazy, this is that, this is this and this is that. Like, why is it all complaints from that end? Does this person ever reflect on themselves? On what they have done? Because I'm confused about that. Like, this person is a victim, right? So you're saying like everyone else has done you wrong, but you have never done wrong. That's what you're saying, right? And they can talk a fair share of shit. Okay, it's that toxic. Jen. Wouldn't you like to learn more about this person on a real man to woman scale? Because I'm saying, like, I think you should, not being too evasive or nothing like that, but I think maybe you should, when this person is going off about like the past, off about this, I think you should inquire and ask more questions. I know you that type of person anyway, where you're a little nosy, but you try to keep it quiet. I suggest you be very nosy. Okay? Be very nosy. That's all like my ex-husband. It's this current person. It's this current new nigga. Okay? Single, young, and sprung type shit. Single energy is this current person right now. So, whether it's a mirroring situation because you've been there before, or because you feel comfortable because it's somebody who reminds you or whatever, I'm saying this is where it's at with this current person. And I also feel like, Jen, with you like to try to dance around those types of things and those types of conversation. I need you to listen, Jen. I need you to listen. I need you to listen, okay? Because it's not that strange after you get out of a crazy, turbulent relationship or stop dealing with that person that some of the people that you attract next or fall for have similar tendencies. It's just not that crazy, okay? I'm letting you know that this person does not what they do for. They do not do what they say they do for work. They just do not. Thank you, Theopolis. They do not. They do not do what they say they do. They just don't. Okay. So the bitching and the moaning and the like, oh my bitching and crying, like, oh my work is a hellhole, and oh my god, like my past relationship is hell. This person is taking the victim side of things. I love if, Jen, you can inquire and ask about like their side of things, like what they do, how do they feel, okay? Because it's so one-sided in the way they explain things that I think if you caught wind of what this person has done, it'd be a little bit of a turnoff, okay? The mirroring might, snap a little bit, okay? Remember, you are not this person's therapist. You are not their helper. So when they're popping their fucking mouth off and get shut the fuck up, remember, you gotta let them know to remember their place, right? You have your own life going. You have your own life's problems going. So when they overshadow your life experiences with their own, constantly, feel like almost throwing bullets type shit, that you need to understand, like, make boundaries. When you are talking about your situation, this person doesn't have to compare, contrast, and do all the extra shit. Okay, because that's what I see here is like somebody trying to be like, oh my god, I dealt with this too. No, this is not that type of situation. Okay, two people are allowed to have two different lives, and because you dealt with one and this person dealt with one, it does not mean they're the same thing. I do not want you going in and trying to be like, let me be Miss Fix It type shit. Let me be Miss, like, let me tape it up and stop. Don't. Just stop, Jen. Don't do that, okay? What you're looking for is the real self. And if you have to continuously dig for it by digging through this person's trauma, I'm telling you now, that is not going to be a positive relationship, okay? Okay? I'm saying, what this person presents as himself is not it. And usually that's the way it is when you're first starting relationships. Usually it is a huge fat mask. But once you start seeing the real shit, because that develops, that slowly kicks in, like, sometimes it takes even a year. So I'm just saying, be vigilant, okay? Stay honest. Stay in your lane, okay? Don't try to fix nothing. I know you understand some of the things that this person has dealt with, but you can't fix that. That's not something you can fix. You are not someone's fix-it-Felix. You are not somebody's tape or Gorilla Glue. You are just not. You are not meant to just exist to hold people together, just barely. Okay, you need to hold yourself together, and then find someone else who also holds themselves together. That is independence, sweetie. That is independence. And that is a worthwhile relationship, not somebody who's shooting their fucking mouth off about everybody else, right? Okay. And maybe even you got see, isn't it strange though sometimes where it's like, okay, so this person will be getting all uppity or talk about their past and everything like that, and then suddenly it triggers you into like a PTSD mode where you're like, oh my god, like we dealt with similar situations, or we did this, we did that. Jan, they're PTSDing you. Is that really a positive? Like, you're trying to heal. You're not trying to relive. You are trying to heal. You're trying to move forwards. My God complex is disgusting. I want to fix everyone. I don't think it's a God complex, really. I don't think you want people to kiss the ground you walk on type shit. I think what you want is equal give and take. You want somebody to help you just as you help them. You want someone to care as much as you care. But that's that expectation. That expectation. Miss Jen. Jen, you're a Pisces, right? Marco, you say, I think that's how I pronounce your name, Marco. For some reason, this is speaking to me. Okay, well, if it resonates, then take it. That's what I'm saying. If it resonates with your situation, please, by all means, pick that shit up and run with it. Jen, I know you've been through a fair share, bro. I understand why you might feel like talking to somebody about their trauma might help them understand you a little bit more and the type of person you are. But that's not going to be how you find something even close to positive or romantic or loving. Okay? That's just not. You are a good person at heart, Jen. I know you are. I know you're curious. I know you get into the nitty gritty type shit. People open up to you on the first date type shit, but maybe that isn't the best. Maybe that isn't it. Maybe that's a toxic trait, right? That's not a person who's healing. That's a person who's looking to bleed out on somebody else type shit and get them sick with it. Okay? All right, Jen. Hold on. You also luck as well, right? Luck. 2023, I'll peek a little bit for you and see what's big events happening in 2023. Just real quick, let me rush through. And then Theopolis, I'll get to you. Jan. Okay, the money is, whew, that shit is climbing. 2023, you're gonna be good. Love, you're gonna be good financially, for sure. You're gonna be good, most definitely. 2023 is gonna be big on expansion, big on expansion. Also, moving is gonna be something that pops up for you as well. There might be a place that you could do better for yourself financially. So you're thinking about that. I see that popping through big time. I see a sexual relationship with somebody as well in the beginning of 2023. I see a sexual relationship or something that's a little short-lived. I see a couple of different relationships that kind of like seem like passerbys. I'm not gonna lie to you. As far as finding something that's like solid, I'd say it's a possibility. Only because I see a lot of maturity coming out of you through these experiences in the beginning of 2023. So I'm gonna say it's a possibility that you find something that's a lot more long-term, serious, that sort of thing. You're maturing though. Okay, Jen, you're maturing. Like, I think it's not that you're immature. It's just that your naivety has got you caught up in the past, and you're no longer playing that same game as being the naive, like I said, the person who sits there and listens to the world's problems type shit. You are getting a little bit more of like the Ice Queen scenario. Which doesn't mean that you're not going to be expressive, right, or emotionally unavailable. But it means that you're going to just do better in sensing when somebody's just using you. Okay? Like, it's not that big of a plot twist, because I do think you feel when people are using you, because it drains the fuck out of you, and suddenly you just like, all your whole life ends up fucked up. It's like, that's kind of the repercussions of dealing with somebody who is toxic. It's like, it'll fuck your whole life up. So watch out for that. Like, shit will just start going haywire, or like you're not paying attention to the things that you should be paying attention to, type shit. They take all of your time, and they take all your energy and all that. Like, it becomes very hard to balance your life, when in reality it's like you already on cloud 9 with your shit. You're already climbing the fucking ranks. So don't let some nasty dude do all that. Okay? Like I told you, he's broke, he doesn't work. But have some fun. You'll get confirmation of all of what I said. That's what they also show me. So it's a confirmation. You'll get confirmation of all that I said right here. All right, something to do with like heavy spiritual wellness for you as well in 2023. There's something to do with spiritual practices being your main sense of pleasure, enjoyment, and healing. Okay, so there's something that you add to your schedule to make you a lot more self-dependent, self-reliant. Yo. And it also says something about making a wish on New Year's that comes true. So whatever that is, right? It says making a wish on New Year's. Yeah, there's some kind of wish to be granted coming after New Year's. Or I don't know if you pray for it. It's just something that you've been sent out for a while. But on New Year's, expect something big. Expect exactly what you're asking for. All right? Yep. New Year's. Don't get attached to no bumps. Come on now, Jim. Play responsibly. It's getting a little cold. It's like they don't. Jill, hopefully you picked that. For some reason, I also pick up you're going to be shocking people left and right at your temperament change, particularly. Your temperament changes a lot. You are no longer going to play that little sweet card. I'm going to be real about it. Looks good, Jen. It does look good. All right, Theopolis. Have to know. You're still here, right? Let me make sure you're still here before I say anything. Theopolis, where you at? All right, I got you. You gotta know what's up. All right, let's see what's going on with this woman. Oh, okay. Okay. So, think there's a couple of things going on here with her mental. All right, there's a couple of things going on. This is where I pick up on that all men are bad type shit. Like all men are bad. I just keep picking that up. It's familial trauma, and I think you know about it. I think it's something that you're highly aware of. But this is no excuse for you to be treated this way. Okay? Yeah, Shell, you can. But this is no excuse for you to be treated this way. Okay? Yeah, because she's got some shit in her background that you've been knowing about. It's like you can't even fucking work. You can't even put out a motherfucking towel without this woman thinking that you out doing something that you're not doing. That's something she says often, but that's no excuse for this to be like a thing. Like when you're with a partner, it's like not your fucking fault that she went through that. Maybe she need help, you know. Maybe she need help, but she need to end this aspect of y'all's lives together, in which she tortures you, you know. Because I keep picking up, you're burnt out. You're burnt out. You don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. You're cornered. Like, you're on your fucking knees. Like, bro, just stop. Let's just stop this shit. Breaks me down, talks down to me. Yeah, she got a couple of different issues going on mentally. So, I know you said it makes you suspicious, but I'm saying, like, this is like, I mean, it's killing you. It truly is. Because this potential that you saw within her, you know, you still hope to see it one day, and one day again. You know, you hope to see her again one day type shit. Like, it's almost as if, like, whatever you saw within her has, like, completely been muddled and it has disappeared. You was good to her. I mean, you are good to her. Okay, but it's hard. I can see that. You're like, can we just get a fresh start here? I know you all have been through a couple of different things here with the trust level. Yeah, you guys have been through a couple of different things with the trust. You know, it's like this. How are you supposed to play the part of a fucking partner if your partner is acting like a fucking partner? That's the thing. Yeah, she's got mental issues. She needs to go solve them at a therapist. This is not something that you should be dealing with at the forefront. Even if you went with her or found the time, like, you be working all the motherfucking time and shit. You be trying to, like, low-key escape the situation, or escape through music and work and all that. Like, you're like, please, get me the fuck out of here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Let's see. So, what is she doing? Let's pick that up. What is she doing? What are you hiding? Let's see, is she hiding? What is she hiding? What is she hiding? She need help. I mean, big time. She need help. I think most of what has her panicked is her financial instability. Okay, there's something to do with financial instability here, really big, that has her on edge. I don't know. That can't work without her fighting anymore. I just don't want to fight. No, you're not spamming. No, you're not spamming. You're not taking over the chat. This is your reading. Say as much as you want. It's all her, right? Her. It's all about her and the way she feels. Never about you. I feel like the relationship started that way. You catered to her so much. And that made her soft. Made her feel soft. It feels like the love is one-sided now. What is she doing? Okay. Here's the past here. I see that there was a past here where she was dealing with somebody else. Before, I feel like this is before y'all got solid together. Before y'all like tied the knot type shit, I did see she was in some sort of a situation. Okay. I don't want you to believe that you're the weak one in this situation. She is weak in the means of like, first of all, she knows that she's acting crazy. This isn't like news to her. She knows that what she's doing is acting crazy, and the guilt, I feel like, of that eats at her. Now, does she see her behavior? Absolutely. Okay. Like, that's what most people ask crazy people, or did they see what they're doing? Do they know exactly what they're doing? Don't act like she's a child. Okay, don't play this game where it's like, okay, you know, I know she's been through some things, so maybe she's just sensitive. And she not no child. She's a grown ass fucking woman. She's grown. She's grown. She's grown. There's no excuses anymore, right? There's no excuses. What she's doing? What's she doing? What is she doing? She need a hobby or something for fucking real. Shockingly, right? I know that all the accusatory shit seems like it was sprung on to you randomly. Psychopath calling 911. Depression. What got her to this point? Let's see. What got her to this point? All it took was that one button push of you feeling exhausted or questioning her motives. What got her to this point? Does she like... what is it? Did she recently cut out her... Okay, so I don't know if it's her family that she recently cut out, or she was talking to her family or something like that. There's someone she recently cut out of her life who meant a lot to her, or there's somebody here that like that ain't, it just ain't here no more. Okay, that's a big piece. There's somebody that she don't talk to anymore. There's someone who was keeping her really. I mean, I want to say it's family member, man. I want to say it's a fucking family member or family. She might have had to do it like a cutoff zone, or someone had to cut her off for being so fucking wild and crazy. Cheating. Let's see. Cheating. I'm looking for. I don't see it though. I don't see it though. She cheating. Her sister. Okay. She's lonely and she feels like you're the only one she's got. So, has her sister been talking in the ear? Hates me for no reason. Because you took her sister away from her type shit. That's why. I feel like that's the situation. She's not cheating on you. I don't see that. Let's see. One more. Can I be honest with you? I don't think she's physically cheating on you. I really don't. Do I feel like she's maybe talked to other people? Yes. I feel like she's talked to other people before. People that she used to talk to type shit. I do not think that she is cheating on you physically. Okay, that's one thing I do not see. I do not see sex. I do not see her having sex outside of you. I don't see that. I see maybe talking. Okay. And that's still cheating. I mean, that's still cheating. That's still something. But I don't think that's what brings that guilt out of her. Excuse me. Y'all, okay, have y'all done some dibbling and dabbling? Have y'all done some dibbling and dabbling? I mean, maybe like had a three-way or anything like that. Or has it been mentioned? Some dibbling and dabbling. Have y'all done that in the past? or anything like that, maybe, or even like had a break and then dating other people and that sort of thing. Like there's some kind of breaking point for her here, and I feel like because the family has talked in her ear before, it's got her all sorts of mixed up in her mind. She doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know what she wants relationship wise. She doesn't know why shit's so bad, even though she knows she being bad. She mentioned it in a certain fact. Okay, because I saw something about another woman as well. I don't know if that's been in her past as far as like connections before, where she's maybe being with another woman or whatever. But I saw other women. Okay, like I said, I do not see sex here. I don't see sex being a part of the you know, itinerary. I just don't. I don't. I don't see it. I do see women. Possibly she been talking to some females, other females. You said it was me. Okay. I got you. Okay. So that's the trigger. That's one of the triggers. She told me something of that nature as well, though. Okay. Well, that's one of the triggers. That's a single one of the triggers. Okay. Other than that, what you're dealing with is a mental health crisis. This person feels like they are separated off from everybody they know. Okay, everybody. And on that account, that's still no excuse for what she be doing. But she's talked to women in the past. I feel like she's talked to women even more recently. Like I said, let me make it clear. I don't see sex here. I just don't. I do see talking, though. I see talking. And here's the thing. I think that she isn't the type of person to be non-monogamous, to go out and fuck other people. She's not that type of person in the first place. Okay? But she is the type of person to be spiteful and petty with it. Okay? Because when she's not feeling satisfied or feeling loved, something breaks in her. It's like she needs a lot of attention, a lot of affection. She needs all of that. The only thing that I can see here is therapy, bro. Like, I don't know how you would go about that or do that. Like, if you got to do a fucking lie detector test. But I want you to keep in mind, I want you to keep in mind that she's always had something going on with her. Mentally, emotionally. Always. Always. It doesn't matter that you've done everything that you could do, because that doesn't change the type of person she is. Okay? It just doesn't change what she's got going on. It never has and never will. Whether it was subtle before and it's a lot worse now, it just never has changed. She's always been that way. Okay? Like, I wish I could beat around the bush here and be like, oh yeah, you know, there's a sign that she might, if you go to therapy or go here or go there, like those are possibilities. But that's if she's even willing to fucking do that, right? Because she's stubborn and she's petty. So I don't even know if she's willing to even reach out that way, because I feel like her love has transferred to hatred. And when if she knew that how she was acting, that she was acting it for no reason, I don't think she would change her tune. I just don't. I'm sorry, but I don't. It's like one of those TV shows like Steve Wilkos and all that, Maury show. You can take her straight there. Straight there. And it could all be fine, all be okay. And I just don't see it. The love there on your part is strong, but, you know, like I said, her love transferred to hatred somewhere in between it. I think she hates herself. I mean, I think that's a lot of it. I just think she hates herself. And as a repercussion, you're punished for that. She had you wrapped around the finger type shit. You was taking care of her financially. You was taking care of her this way, that way. There is no hope. I would think of hope in a different way, in hopes that you no longer have to be treated this way. Okay. So I know the game with marriage is that you can come back around in this way, that way, and maybe it'll be better. But that game where you're risking your mental health and your work and your life for somebody else, when you built your life around somebody who treats you this way, it's already damaging. It's already risky. And you already have to start all over again. Right? That's the fear, a big fear here with you too. It's starting over. But that's the only way I see this situation, ironing out for you. And I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about you. You have to make a life choice here. Do you sacrifice what sanity and love and trust that you have left within yourself in order to cater to a human being who is having a breakdown? Marriage, through sickness and through health, like, this is not, we're not playing that game no more. We're playing that game of abuse. We are. Like, that's what it is. It's abuse. It's abuse. And you know what she's going to say when you walk away too? Oh, I was right. But there is no way with this mentally ill person that you can change this person's mind. Not within this current moment. And as far as in the future, I don't see her wanting to do therapy. I don't see it. Hey, Maddie. I don't see it. I don't. Okay? You can no longer kiss the feet of a person, kiss the ass of a person who doesn't even fucking treat you like you're a person. That's just it. To her, you're the fucking enemy. Everyone else is the enemy. She's never ever doing no wrong, right? You're the enemy. You become an enemy in your own household. You become hated under your own fucking roof. It's no longer a loving relationship. It's so one-sided that it hurts, right? Because you're her right now. It's so one-sided that it hurts. I'm just not going to beat around the bush with it. I genuinely, you still have the courage. Still, you're arguing with her. You still have the courage to stand up for yourself. You still have the courage to defend yourself. So before you fold at your knees and say, oh yeah, I cheated on you, or say something stupid like that and just get it even more fucked up, I would say take a fucking break. Take your hat off for a second. Take your hat of being this person's parent off for a fucking second. Okay? Back away. You don't have to kneel down at your fucking knees to beg someone to love you. That shit is humiliating. It is demeaning, degrading. It makes you feel less of a fucking person, and you're not being treated like one in the fucking first place. So to admit to defeat to somebody who is not loving you, don't give up on that. Don't give up on that feeling. Your stubbornness is crazy. Okay, your stubbornness, it's been crazy throughout the relationship. It's been crazy throughout your whole entire life. But that's also what's been keeping you sane and alive through challenges like this. So keep that. Okay, keep that and run with it. Continue to go with this shit. Do not let this person bow you down at your knees and beat your ass type shit. Go. Go while you still can. Take space if that's what you're comfortable with. But do not continue to be beaten up and abused by somebody just because they aren't having a good time mentally. That's not the way it works. They go get help, right? If that person really loves you, they get help. That's all I'm saying. Yep, King of Wands. That's still who you are. You are still stubborn. stubborn and strong, and smart enough to navigate life alone for a second. To go off and think somewhere where it's not under this fucking roof. She can think whatever she wants for a second, because you need your time. I don't pretend to know how she feels. I'm telling you, not with someone who's going through this mental break. Don't pretend you know how she feels, because how you feel right now also matters. Okay? I appreciate you too. I love the real readings. For me, that helps me. I love the real shit. Leo sun, Aries moon. Okay, yeah, stubborn as shit. And a fucking hard worker. But I get how attached and how in love with somebody you can truly be. Okay. That's something she would say. I knew it. Don't pretend you know how she feels, because you don't. And that's okay that you don't, because you have fucking feelings too. You have feelings too. Okay? Her feelings are not the fucking, that's not the world. You don't want to resonate around that motherfucking world. That's a hellish motherfucking planet right there. You do not want to resonate or move around that motherfucking world that she's living in. You have your shit too. You have emotions too. You have a place in this world too. You have a purpose that doesn't involve whatever this is. So, let's keep it stepping. You are not her therapist. You just aren't. Doesn't matter how many times she break that shit down. Doesn't matter how many times you listen or sit there and deal with it. Good morning, matey. She don't even try to think about how you feel. So why the fuck are you trying to feel how she feel? You know what I mean? She's not even trying to imagine or see how you feel. She's not even seeing the hurt. She's not feeling the pain. She's not feeling the sorrow that you feel neither. So y'all are two different people. And clearly you're very different, because you wouldn't do this type of shit to her. Not to someone you love. Wholesome ratings, even if it is fucking chaotic, even if it is a little bit of a, situation, it's still wholesome. I want to be able to let you know how powerful you are. Like I said, it's why I do tarot. I don't do it for all the fucking goofy, dumb shit. Damn, I can feel that ice rain on my fucking leg. Many blessings to you in this channel. Thank you, Maddie. We is energetic today. I'm feeling the energy. Let's see. I think I read Sagittarius moon. Is that what we had? We might have switched over. Let's see. Yup, Sagittarius moon. Yeah, they said learn the difference between you and this person. Learn the difference between you and others. Because there is a difference. We can say we're all human and all that bullshit, but we're way more complicated than that. I'll put my music back on. Y'all didn't tell me I had a little crust. Let me burn this actually. Let's do a little good luck cleanse. Shell, where you at? Shell. He said, "Are you reading moon signs?" Because I just got into Scorpio moon. I love Scorpio moon. I was just reading what the moon was in right now, currently, since Sagittarius, which is a very, very turbulent time for people who can't communicate correctly. Good time for arguments. I would say a good time for learning your limits as a human being. Definitely. But Scorpio moon, I love Scorpio moons. I always get along with y'all. The way you guys express and the way you're able to read people is unlike no other. Scorpio belongs to me. Scorpio belongs in the moon position. Very sexy traits as well. Y'all less of know-it-all. You're less of a know-it-all than a Scorpio sign. You tend to keep that a little bit more hidden. But when you know something, you know something. And usually you're the type of person to let it play out. Even if you know you're right. You don't want to put no pressure on nobody's neck type shit. Even if you know you're right. This is the last one, y'all. Last one. Cheryl, are you still here? Where'd you go? You run for me. Damn. Who's all in here? Who's the now motherfuckers up in here right now? Who's all in here? Maddie's here. Jane. Cheryl. Okay, you're back. Where'd you go? I was calling your name. It's your time for the stage type shit. What's up? He said, lay it on me. Oh, what you want me to lay on you? What was you looking for? Malibu. Malibu's still here, of course. Okay. Oh, that went through. Mm. Very accurate, crazy. Of course, I think I know Scorpio moon. Actually, let me take that back. I have Taurus moon, which is y'all's opposite. I know how I work, right? And I know how my opposite works very well. I grew up with all of my opposites. My best friend is my opposite. I know all the opposite. Okay, the trump cards. I'm still here, frozen. It's not frozen on my ear. Yeah, I really am gonna have to work out today. I think my back be feeling that fucking Thanksgiving dinner. Shell. All right. Yeah, sorry. I had to prepare myself a little bit. Love my Scorpio moon though. Like I said, I understand you. Okay, I'm a Taurus moon. I'm a little selfish. A little selfish. I do like my food. I do like my money. But emotionally, my stubbornness is there. You said Planet Fitness here. I call me the for real. That's how I feel though. Ugh. And today's one of those gloomy days, so I think it's a good day to work out indoors. So. Shell, you might be a little, I don't know are you rolled back or whatever? Because I'm starting to read it now. Just a little bit. Taurus, Sun, Scorpio, Moon, Pisces. Oh, so you got the fucking triple dipple type shit. I call it the triple dipple. Pisces rising especially is a little bit more rare than most people give credit. Shell, you're looking for a victory, a new life, Taurus, Scorpio, and Cancer. Shell, you're looking for a victory, a new life. I think that's very fitting for what season we're coming up into. Okay. There's something inside of you, Shell, that just can't be happy. You can't be happy with your goals. You can't be happy with your money. You can't be happy with. It's like there's a difference between being like settled, like you're settling for something, and a difference between like contentment. And I feel like you're settling for something, but that's not necessarily what you want or what you wish for. What hurts you the most, I think, is finding out every time you feel the need to get serious or feel serious, right? Every time you feel the need to put in your best everything, your best creativeness, your best, your best sex, your best love, your best affection, your best romance, when you start sacrificing things, it seems like people's true colors show. Which, that's funny, right? Because I think you see that as a bad thing, Shell. But I'm going to tell you, I see that as a positive. Because that means you don't waste time on things that are not for you. Okay? And what I mean by that is, damn, yell it out there. If you can hear the background, I apologize. It's just my grandfather. On the phone. You can't exactly have everything you want when you want it, which triggers Virgos, triggers y'all. And I think that your I don't want to say you're selfish. I really don't. But I think you are a little bit. You're very selfish with yourself. You don't want to embarrass yourself. You don't want to put yourself out on a fucking silver platter for somebody to just eat you up type shit. So you take things very slow. It's funny that you said slow, boy, and I know you're slow up in the chat, but you'll get the message anyways. You'll get the message. When you have sexual commitments to people, This is how I think you feel. I think you already feel like you could love a person when you have sexual commitments. I don't feel like you just throw that shit out there. Okay? I think you only give a person sex when you feel like you could love them. Okay? I'm not saying you fall in love with everyone you have sex with. I'm saying you only give sex to people who you feel like you could love. You see certain... You see the way they move. Okay? But this is also why you get so caught up in dramatic romances. It's like Romeo and Juliet type shit. You always get caught up in dramatic romances with dramatic fucking people and, you know, dramatic fucking extra problems that you don't need to fucking be adding into your life already. Okay? So now that we know that you're a little bit of a serial romancer type shit, you love romance, you love love, is it that hard for you to kind of maybe ask people those questions that you kind of get in your head that kind of come up? Like, you want to know more about people than they know about themselves all the motherfucking time, but you don't vocalize that. You don't vocalize, you don't inquire more. You always kind of sit on it because you feel it, okay, and you see it, but you don't say nothing. And you don't want to talk too much because you also don't want to unattract that person. But what's wrong with unattracting a person who ain't meant for you in the fucking first place? Who ain't aligned with you in the fucking first place? Okay? There ain't nothing wrong with it. You ask questions, but I feel like you don't ask the right ones. And you're very nonchalant about it too. Yeah, you're very chill. That's why people fall in love with you easy too. You're very chill. Or that's why people fall in love with your sex too. It's because your personality is addictive. It's very addictive. It's like they mark a claim. They like to mark a claim on you or have sex with you because they feel like they won something. It's almost like going through like a lotto or something type shit. Because you make them work for it. And when they work for it, once they finally get what they wanted, then they slide. Then they run away. They run away. You got way too... So recently you have been way too comfortable with that lifestyle where you are allowing somebody to kind of like run your life. Okay, run you around in a motherfucking circle. That embarrassed you. It made you feel lesser than a person. You're in healing right now, and I honestly feel like you are healed. It might hurt you to think about those certain things. It might make you feel a little bit hateful towards those people, but towards that last situation that you dealt with. But at the same time, like, you try not to keep your mind on it, because at the same time, you also know you're worth loving, which is good. A lot of people do not have any self-worth. Trying to look for something bad here. Trying to look for something negative. No, I think what's negative is just your mindset. Okay? Your mindset. Because you sit there and you wonder why you get all these fucked up people. But the fucked up part of it is, right, is that you just don't ask the right fucking questions. You take what what people say as literal. Because you believe as long as you're being real, then they have no reason to lie to you. But that's a very, very controlling thing to say, right? Because you can't control what these people think, feel, or do on a daily basis. Okay? They can say whatever the fuck they want to you, and it could mean nothing, right? So when people be saying words, I want you to view them as words until you see the action. I want you to keep viewing words as words until you see the action. I'm saying you could be flattered, you can be blushing and all that type of shit and flirting and whatever, but don't you fall for words. You need to see real, true action. Okay, and that ain't got nothing to do with sex. It has nothing to do with sex, neither. Okay? I don't like to hurt people or make them uncomfortable, but if someone feels hurt by you inquiring or asking questions, doesn't that mean that that person may be a little bit like unhealed? Like if they're still bothered by a past situation, or if they're still bothered by this, by that, doesn't that mean that they are still in the crux of healing? You are like I said, a very confident person. You know your faults, you know your boundaries, you know what you do and do not want. And so that needs to be expressed in a verbal way. And it also needs to be expressed that you want somebody who's serious about you. And so if they're not serious about you, you need to be asking those fucking questions in order to figure that shit out. Okay? That was long, but I'm letting you know, like, just know because someone's a gentleman doesn't mean they gentle. Or a man. Okay? I feel like you're a very soft-spoken person too because my voice got all quiet. Been working hard. It's working. It's working. I can say. I mean, it's all here. Right? It's working. You make a lot of changes happen very, very fast. People are not used to that. People are not used to that either. Just because you can do it though doesn't mean the dude that you deal with can do it. Okay. Sometimes we motherfuckers is hard headed. It's very hard for us to change a traumatizing situation over into a positive situation, and so it takes us time. All right, and sometimes it never leaves. That feeling of like, you know, abandonment, or that feeling of you know, having to do everything for a Klondike bar type shit. Sometimes those attention seeking behaviors, they just never leave, and so when you fall for this person's or these people's charm, it just, you know, you work in their favor. You got to be able to protect yourself, but also like not reject yourself. Okay, not call something off just because, you know, you're scared and afraid of knowing the truth. You have to know the truth. You have to ask questions. You have to fish for some of this shit. And I know you know this too, because Virgos always know this shit. Virgos know what to say and when to say it. You always do, because you're very analytical. You always know how to get information out of people. So use those skills. Use those skills. And then y'all remember everything too. You remember how somebody hurt you, how they did you dirty in this way and that way, how they fucked you. You remember all that shit. So it shouldn't be hard for you to recall a couple of fucking questions and be like, hey, like, okay, so you got a baby mama, you got this, you got that, what you dealing with? If they get pressed up, just know that it's because they are not in a healed state. They are still dealing with it. Take that as a no. Take that as a no and swipe next. Okay? Yeah, you deal with a lot of bipolar folks. And people might view you as bipolar sometimes, but I feel like they're projecting. Because I honestly don't see that here for you. You have every right to get angry. You're allowed to be angry when someone spites you. You're allowed to be angry. You just are. You can be angry when someone fucks with you. I hear Stubby back there. Stubby trying to scratch in. I might go let her in. You are allowed to be angry though. You are. Anything else? Okay, I'll tell you what's coming up next too. A little bit of that. What's coming up next? Okay, so I see. So I see an X popping up in your mind a little bit and possibly popping up to communicate. I see an X, or trying to communicate, or maybe your wounds are reopened constantly by this one X. That just keeps popping up. And you know, it's possible that you need to get away from this person in order to actually see that new spectral of love options, because I think this person just keeps reminding you of who they were, and as a result of that, you pick a person who kind of matches that aesthetic, when I just don't feel like that aesthetic ever fit with you. Genuinely, I think it was good for a minute and good for a second with his ex, but you keep looking for it with another man. So what you need to do is you need to get the fuck away from that person. Stop chatting them up and whatever. Or get the fuck away from them. Deal with whatever you need to deal with. Tie off the loose ends, and you need to get away. I don't know, that's hard too, because there's, it's situational. But if you want this new life and a new romance and new everything, then you really do need to change that environment as well. Okay, get away from the ex. Stop dealing with that. You're not going to get nothing new out of the ex. Nothing. Same old bullshit. Same old. There you go. What I miss them, I need to take some notes. When I get angry, they call me crazy because they the crazy ones. I mean, isn't it? It's like, when a child gets mad or whatever, or like sibling rivalry shit where they point at each other type shit. It's like, you did it. No, you did it. You know what I mean? You did it. No, you did it. The last guy, though, he had my heart and ran off. Well, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Doesn't mean you aren't. You're ready. But maybe just not ready for him type shit. And he's not ready for you. You cross paths, star-crossed lover type shit, and then it is what it is. You got many options, Shell. Many, many options. As long as you're willing to remove yourself from the past, the ex situation, for good. Close it down for good. Remove the pictures, the messages, and all that. Remove it all. All of it. Restart. And then you'll stop looking for that person. My eyelids look greasy as fuck. Yo, that's wild, because I'm looking back on the lives I posted earlier. Someone was reporting that I was in love with a man, but I'm trying to let go. Yeah, I mean, it's fresh. It's still fresh. It's still fresh. But at the same time, like, maybe you don't want to just move on and jump. But it is what it is. Love is hard. It's rough. Especially when you're trying to find somebody out here and you feel like you just found somebody who gets you. That sort of thing. But they clearly, the nigga did not get you. If he ran away, he did not get you. He played a good tune type shit. He played a good small violin. But he did not get you. He did not know you. And you didn't know him. And that's why you need to ask more motherfucking questions. Question people's intentions. When you feel like there's something that someone's hiding from you, or that they're a little too perfect, strip them. Ask them questions. Amy. Got my own card again. I was pulling for myself. Got my own card. There it is again. 6 of Cups.
That's what's up. I got that earlier. The same motherfucking card. This one too. Yo, I don't know if I can show this one on stream. I did not see that before. That's wild. I'm gonna explain it to y'all though. It's the Empress card, right? And this woman has like fucking 12 titties. Wait, let's see. 6, 9. She's got 11 titties. She got 11 boobies out. Bitch like a cat. Okay. Sees narrative every birthday the songs and makes all delete it. Delete it. Stop fucking around. Delete it. Fucking delete it. Delete that out your motherfucking mind. If you delete it off your calendar, you delete all that. Delete it. You ain't gotta deal with none of it. Delete it. Alright, go. I think I'm gonna hop off because my back really be feeling that Thanksgiving type shit. Feel that Thanksgiving dinner. So I gotta work out. I gotta stretch or something. I gotta do something with my body for So this was fun. We haven't done this in a second or in a while. And obviously, I'm going to be popping out a lot more often. I want to film videos today. We'll have to inside because it's storming. Hopefully, I get to that, though. Hopefully, I get there. If I don't, I will be live anyways. I will be live anyways. Okay, you'll see me again type shit. You'll see me again. Take all that day moving on. And it was not the same. Stop doing the compare contrast. You'll fall out of it. Give it a couple of months. You'll fall out of it. Don't worry about it. All right. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for all the good donations and all that. Thank you for the consistent chatters. Y'all who stuck up in here for mad long to chat it up, chat it up. As y'all know, I do get me some counseling like I am. I thought you said, I thought you was talking like Yoda. I read, get me some counseling. I am. He said, get some counseling. All right, y'all. I appreciate you. And, of course, I love you guys. It's a lot of fun. This brings me back to, like, old school when I first started type shit when people was popping through with the real shit. So, I'm enjoying it. Make sure you like. If you're not subscribed, you can subscribe. All that good stuff. Turn on notifications for when I go live next, because I go live very, very, very early. 2:45 a.m. 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., the a.m.s. Catch me. Catch me. All right, y'all. See you.